Let's fucking go. I gotta start switching up that music now. Gotta start switching it up. I already know like the song I'm actually about to go out with, but bro, it's about to be a long episode. I mean, probably not. All depends how long. Usually whenever I do these brackets, takes a while. I like to do like the map vetoes. I like to use hindsight cheese. You know? Who's actually like done a bracket? Has like GG Breaking Point like done a bracket prediction, or did they just like guess who won? Yeah, I'm not sure if they did. Yeah, we might be good here. Wow, I'm the only one doing a bracket prediction, hey? Or am I faded? Yeah, I'm the only one doing a bracket prediction. That's nice. Cool, let's do it. I like that a lot. Yo, what's good, Lighter Fluid? Where do you make these thumbnails? I know a guy. Let's just say that. Come on, man. I can't give away my secret sauce. Come on, man. I might know a guy. Alright, guys. You guys ready? Or what? I'm going to do my Borito Talk intro because I'm going to be putting this on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and everything. So the second I start, I'm going. I'm not stopping. I don't even know where I have everyone, but I'm going to do this as we go, you know? I'm going to do this as we go. I was supposed to start this an hour ago, which means I'm going to be an hour behind, which means I'm going to get an hour less of sleep. I'm going to be an hour more fucked in the morning. All works out. All right. Just ignore my intro, but, you know, I'm gonna do that. Hold on, let me just open this. Let me make sure. I think we're good here. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay. All right, let's go. Thank you for the likes on the YouTube stream. Appreciate that. Bro, I have like a freaking like sinus thing in like my nose. It's really pissing me off. It feels like I got a big loogie like in my mouth. It's terrible. Anyways. Oh my god. This might be terrible audio. I don't know. I may not upload this to YouTube. Actually, I may not upload this to Spotify. Actually, now I think about it. Alright. Bro, this loogie is so annoying. I feel like I need to spit. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just feel like I need to spit. Anyways, okay. I'm locked. Okay. Yeah. Chill. Alright. Yo, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Borito Talk podcast. I am your host, Borito, the #1 CDL ESPN analyst / content creator in the world. We are on Major 1 week. This is Optic Major week. the major is looming. It's on Thursday. It's in 3 days. 3 days from now, we will be watching the major. Yeah, I said it about a million times. But we're finally back with bracket prediction shows, the typing, the Matt Betos that I usually get wrong because every other team has other ideas and they don't follow mine. No, I'm kidding. But we are going to go through the bracket. We are going to decide who's going to win the Optic Texas Major 1 and walk away with a lot of money. I think it's like 100K or 200K. I don't know. I forgot. But I can tell you right now, spoiler, you want to know who's not winning? Optic Texas. But we will see where they land as we are going to get into the bracket predictions. I'm not going to be doing map vetoes for every series, more when we get a little bit deeper. But I feel like I have a general idea who I know is going to win. So I'm going to speed through some of these, and some of these might be a little bit more in depth. For those of you on audio, I'll try to walk you through it as much as I can. But we're going to start off at the top of the bracket. Winners round 1. The top of the bracket. The head honcho going to Major 1. Parish Gentlemates against the 8th seed. Who would have guessed the 8th seed? Toronto Koi. Not playing as good as we thought they would, hey? They started off well before the Christmas break-ish, I think. I don't even remember anymore. After the Christmas break, completely fell off a cliff. I don't know what happened to them. They lost 3 games in a row. They start off 2-0. They beat Miami and Vancouver. They lost to FaZe right before the break. Nothing to be ashamed of losing to FaZe, even though they got hard Nesload. Probably would have thought they could have won that if they didn't get Nesload. Came back from the break. 3-0 LA Thieves. You're thinking they're on top of the world. 3-0 LA Thieves. Very impressive victory. Very decisive. And then back-to-back losses to Carolina, Paris, and G2 Minnesota. Can't really control the Paris one too much, but you can control the Ravens and the Minnesota one. Regardless of how good Ravens are playing, no matter how good, I don't even think they're playing that good, G2 Minnesota's playing, you got to feel if you're Koi and you think you're on the level that you're at, you can't be losing to a team like Carolina and Minnesota, especially in the fashion you're losing them to. And I know Joe's very angry. Like, you don't want to make that big boy angry. You really don't. Hello, Sarah Murray. Hello. The OG. The OG is in here. Sarah Murray. But from the perspective of Koi, I mean, you should not be the 8th seed. 3 and 4 is not really what you would have liked. Ideally, maybe lose to Paris and FaZe. The other games, you would probably feel you're above those teams, especially with the roster that you put together. So I would say pretty lackluster performances overall. I mean, I could yap about team performances in the games from over the weekend, but this will be a 2.5 hour podcast. I'm trying to limit it to at least an hour and a half, an hour and 45. KOI's S&D is terrible, says Limerick. It is terrible, and something I'm trying to figure out when it comes to Koi, as I'm going to also have this breaking point tab open as well. Something I'm trying to figure out about Koi is why they don't want to play exposure S&D. I'm really trying to figure that out. Why? Especially because pretty much every team that they play is going to ban Den because it is their best S&D map. So when they're banning Den every series, you're forcing yourself to either play Colossus, Scar, which is really fluky, and they're 0-4 at it, and they keep insisting on wanting to play it. And, yeah, I mean, I just, don't even know. I just, don't even know why they don't even want to try exposure. Not even try it at all. They picked it once. I don't even know what series that was in. I don't know what. That must have been the very first. Must have been the very first game, and then they 3-0'd that team. It was probably against Vancouver Surge, if I had to guess. Let me actually see, since we have all the information right here, because I don't even recall them ever seeing that. That's got to be against Vancouver, no? And it was game number 5. Yeah, of course. I'm not surprised. They were map pool cheese testing against Vancouver, and they didn't even make it to the game. I'm not even surprised. That was the only time. So, yeah, I don't know what their deals with exposure. I don't know why they would play Scar over exposure. Scar S&D is such a fluky map exposure's a little bit less fluky. Maybe the B bomb side, where you have to take it down the solar panel side, could be a little bit, not say cheesy, but a little bit one-dimensional in terms of just retaking, and you can only pinch from going around or through the connector. But that shouldn't even be. I'm not sure if they're discriminating it, not liking it, but why would you play Scar over that map? That's like my big question. Why would you play Scar over that map? At least give it a try. See what happens. They're 0-4 in Scar. They keep insisting on playing Scar. They keep losing Scar. So it's like, don't try that map anymore. We'll see if it changes in this Paris game, or if they actually leave it out again. They're probably going to leave it out because now Paris looks pretty good at that map. They probably watched the game against Miami and thought, oh, what map are we going to pick? But we are going to do some small map vetoes for this game, actually, and we're going to base them off of their match that they just played at Major 1. But there's probably going to be a twist to these. There's probably going to be a twist to these for sure. Okay? So I would assume, because I actually have the map veto here as well. I actually have the map vetoes here. I mean, I have my nice little table that we're going to be using throughout this episode of all the maps, and then we're going to be picking what teams want to use and what they don't want to use. KOI has been banning Black Hardpoint a lot recently. I would not blame them if they do it again. Like, that's pretty obvious. They're probably just going to do it again. I'd probably think the Hardpoint map vetoes are probably going to be the exact same. But I think KOI might not pick Scar, even though they won. Actually, they did. I mean, Paris could have easily won that Scar. Ooh, do you think Paris plays him on Colossus again? I don't think. It depends if Paris is like feeling ego chally again, like, because like even like Dante in the interview, like they're talking about like what happened on that map, and they just said Toronto scammed. Didn't say, man, like we should have beat him on that map. Toronto scammed. I'm surprised they didn't play exposure in this series, but I'm not sure KOI even wants to square up on Paris on that map, because Paris is really good on that map. I'm actually surprised. Maybe it's probably going to change for the major, especially if KOI insists on banning Blackheart. They're going to probably play Paris on exposure. I wouldn't be surprised if Paris picks exposure this time. And this kind of shows a lot of weakness in KOI's map pool. If they don't want to play Blackheart, they're guaranteed to play another map that they don't like. And most teams are going to ban their best map, which is Den. And they're not like super unbeatable at Scar, so it's not like they're going to like beat every team on that map. But I mean, like, they did have an impressive win against Miami and another team at the map. But against like the better teams, I feel like they're going to struggle more. Maybe not against Optic, but we'll see about that later if they do play each other later in the bracket. But I would say the hardpoint bans will probably be the same. I would not be surprised if Paris picks exposure over Colossus this time, and KOI is probably just going to pick Scar, because why would they pick Colossus? Or KOI picks Colossus because they thought they could have beat Paris on it last time. Very interesting. Very interesting. They could actually end up picking it again. I'm not going to lie. They could pick Colossus, and then Paris could easily pick exposure, but I don't know what these teams think, but I'm just going to go off of what I think, because that's what the bracket prediction is. And I'm going to assume this time maybe Paris switch it up. They pick exposure and KOI. I'm going to throw a curveball in there. I'm going to think that KOI picks Colossus because they feel like they could have beat them at that map. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. A lot of teams like to make the exact same mistake over and over and over again. So who actually knows? Then for S&D, Paris is obviously going to ban Den every single time. It's the only map KOI could actually play at S&D. And KOI probably going to ban exposure again. I mean, like, they just don't like the map, I guess. Like, just don't like the map. And Paris likes playing Colossus because fuck, Dante gets snipe on it. He's a sniping merchant when it comes to S&D. I think if you take away the sniper from him, I mean, I don't know about his S&D if you actually take the sniper away from him. KOI's Colossus and Blackheart Hardpoint is bad. I don't even know what their Blackheart looks like, because I think they only played it once and they're 0-1 at it. So I don't really know what it looks like. But I would assume it's bad if they like ban it every time they don't want to play it. And Paris is good at that map, so why'd you play Paris at that map when they're good at that map and you're not good at that map? So they'd probably just ban that. So I think the bans are pretty much going to be the exact same. Paris is going to ban the only map that KOI is like really, really good at when it comes to hardpoint. So for S&D, ban. Paris probably going to pick Colossus again. KOI, if they pick Scar again, I'm going to fucking fight them. I swear to God, I'm going to fight them. But they probably don't want to play Paris at Raid because Paris is a pretty good Raid S&D team. And they don't like exposure. They can't play Den. So Scar is like pretty much the only map they can play. Like, if they ban Den and you don't like exposure and Paris picks Colossus, it leaves Scar and Raid. And are you going to play Raid, which Paris is good at, or are you gonna play Scar? Like, why can't KY play why can't KY play fucking Raid? Like, why can't they play Raid? How many times have they played that map? Like, let's see how many times they played that map. I don't even recall them playing that map. I'm not even gonna lie. S&D pick, S&D map veto. They haven't even played it. It's literally not even on their map record. It's another map they haven't played. Bro, does KOI do anything or what? They haven't even played Raid. Raid was probably map 5 in a series that didn't go 5, I would assume, because like they picked it once and they haven't played it. So, oh my God, that S&D map pool is like not looking good, man. That S&D map pool is not looking good. If you're from the perspective of KOI, that map pool S&D, it's not looking good, man. Not looking good. Are we going to get a carbon copy, exact same series over and over again from these teams? Like, is that what's going to happen? We're going to get the exact same match, exact same map vetoes. I would assume maybe the overload switches if I had to take a guess. I mean, I have Paris going to win anyway. I'm just like doing the map vetoes for the culture pretty much. So, I mean, I can't imagine KY picking Raid. I just can't even imagine. Just can't even imagine, man. I can't even imagine. And the Scar is pretty close. KOI probably think, oh yeah, we probably should have won that. You know, probably gonna play it again. Oh yeah, I could do Team A and Team B. Oh my God, I forgot we're doing the major. So now I could go off of seeds. Interesting. I could do the seeds. Am I faded? Hold on. One thing I forgot to check because I'm a complete unprofessional is I'm pretty sure Team A picks the overload ban. I'm pretty sure. I should 100% know this. This is horrible number one CDL ESPN analyst out of me. But I'm going to double check on that. I'm pretty sure the map pads. Okay, let me see this. I'm actually going to find this out right now. Okay. So, Team A does get the overload ban. Okay. Cool. Overload. Okay. Good. Okay. Cool. They do get the overload ban. Which means the other team's going to pick the overload map. Okay. Cool. Dude, I haven't done a major bracket prediction in so long. It's like I have to like refresh myself on like the map. It's like map 1 and 5, map 2, you know, like whatever. Okay. So KOI picks map 1, they pick map 5. Team B picks 2, 3, 4, which I actually think is like pretty unfair, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay. So the map ban, KOI ban, Scar overload. Paris picked Dan. KY 3 of them of that. They actually might just be confident at that. But Paris is actually probably going to be able to beat Team A, which means they're going to get the ban. They're going to ban exposure. And KY is going to have to choose between Scar and Den. Scar and Den. I don't even recall how many times they've even played Overload on Scar. I actually don't think they played it that much. Am I faded? Yeah, they played it one time. Yeah. Dude, they have such a small map. Like, they don't try any maps. Like, does KY try anything? Like, they actually don't try a thing. bro, there's 2 S&D maps they don't play. There's like a whole overload map that they don't play. So if another team bans another map, it's like you're playing a map that you probably don't even want to play. It's like, what are they working on? Their map pool is terrible. Actually, this is actually a terrible map pool. I actually can't even believe my eyes. I can't even believe my eyes. They're probably going to pick Den. So, I mean, fuck. Basically saying, I'm just going to pick Paris. Okay? I'm picking Paris because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I can't even, like, I can't believe going through this. I'm actually just like, whoa. Like, my eyes are just opened. My eyes are just open to how bad these, how bad their map pool is. Their map pool is terrible. Should I put, I'm going to put mates. I'm just going to put mates. I'm going to put G mates. Okay, I'm going to put G mates. Actually was going to put Paris, but they put gentlemates there. The gentlemates are going through. Okay, they're going through. They're beating KOI. And we're going to get a KOI Miami. Barcelona against Madrid. Loser goes home Friday. I mean, that sounds like cinema to me. Sounds like cinema to me. Sounds just cinema. Okay. I'm going to speed through this next one. I'm not even going to do map vetoes on this. I know Royal Ravens have been having a nice, good, jolly old time. Okay. I know Ravens have been having a jolly, good old time. I know they're on a 5-match win streak. They're on a 5-match win streak. They went 0-2 a slasher. I was on my knees, back-to-back Burrito Talk episodes. Pause. Back-to-back episodes, begging and pleading. Please get rid of Slasher. He is literally taking up a spot in the league. I'm begging and pleading. Back-to-back episodes. Get Slasher off this team. They get Slasher off the team. They win 5 on the spin. Who would have guessed it? 5 on the spin. Went from 0-2 at the bottom to 5-2. Absolutely impressive. Absolutely impressive. So, with that being said, I know Ravens just beat LA Thieves, but I honestly, no matter what I want to say about LA Thieves, I do think LA Thieves is just a better team than them. Like, I think they're a better team, and I think on LAN, the Thieves are going to prove it. I think the Thieves are going to prove it here, okay? So I'm thinking Thieves, guys. I'm thinking Thieves. And I think we're going to get Gentlemates against Thieves in Winners Round 2. Wow, that just looks absolutely juicy. What a Saturday that's going to be. It's going to be an absolute Saturday. And we're going to move the Carolina Royal Ravens down to face Vancouver Surge. And, you know, I'm just going to skip ahead to that one. I mean, that one just seems so easy. Actually, you know what? Anything could happen, okay? Anything could happen. Anything could happen, hey? Nah. Nah. It's not happening in that series, okay? I'm just going to put Carolina like to beat Vancouver Surge, okay? I'm going to just... Okay. Anyways, next match, FaZe against G2. I find this interesting, okay? I find this very interesting because as good as everyone thinks FaZe is, and as I just don't trust them, okay? I just don't trust them. I just never have trusted FaZe. It's been a while since I've trusted FaZe. I do feel like this game is going to play really different on LAN. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, well, some actually do want to say about that real quick. I was actually going to like do a whole thing about this like after the major. There are 10 teams in Dallas, okay? Carolina is the only team who's not in Dallas, and then one player on another team. But 10 teams are in Dallas. You're telling me that they can't figure out a way to do a LAN league for qualifiers? Everyone's complaining about connection, yet they're all in the same city? That makes no sense to me. I'll actually never understand that. Like, can anyone initiate that? Like, all the pro players put some money together to, like, fucking rent out a facility and play all their qualifier matches there? Like, dude, anything's possible, but, I mean, that requires effort, and I already know pro players don't want to put in that kind of effort. But, you know, it's easier to complain about connection. But, you know, we finally have, because I remember all the previous years, It's like, oh, everyone's over here, everyone's over there. Like, why can't we just get everyone in the same place and just do an online LAN league? Now you could literally do it, except for whoever plays Carolina. But you could literally do it. You could have an online LAN league. If some people pitch some stuff together, like that's an online LAN league right there. No one could complain about connection. We could be playing LAN all year. I know some of the salaries people are getting, you know. There's organizations as well. You're telling me they can't rent out even the hex quarter, something. You're telling me, like, we can't all play our matches over there, something, you know. Rent out some sort of room or, I don't know, something where everyone could play, like, their online qualifiers. It would be cool. The Aluka combo is going to start again if they lose to G2. Oh, for sure. The broadcast studio in Ohio, that's why it won't be a LAN league unless they move. Yeah, I was actually gonna point that out, but no. Okay, but my counter to that is, like, for example, let's use Exceed for example. Exceed, like, moved, or I mean, like, temporarily flew to Dallas to play some qualifier matches, play like 2 qualifier matches. They had a CDL PC there and they had the webcam there. Like, all you need is the CDL PC and the webcams. They all have the PCs, okay? They all have the CDL PCs and they have the CDL webcams. So all it is just moving to the same fucking place. But I don't think anyone's complaining about connection whenever they're playing against, like, each other, because they're all in Dallas. I think it's just Carolina. So they pretty much are playing like an online LAN league, honestly. But if you want to make it as definite as possible, get everyone in the same building. It's possible. Has nothing to do with the broadcast studio in Ohio. Like, all you need is, like, the PC and the webcam, and they all have that. So, you know, is what it is. But I'm very skeptical of FaZe every single time. I just, like, I haven't trusted FaZe. Okay, I haven't trusted FaZe since them since Cold War, honestly. Ever since they lost, like, that first Vanguard tourney, I think it was to Optic. It was, like, the very first one. I never trusted them. For some reason, I just, like, never trust them ever since then. It's, like, and I'm not saying, like, never trusted them as in, like, oh, like, they're not good, but never trusted them as in they could lose at any time. Like, I'm not going into games like, man, FaZe is final. Like, I always have in the back of my mind, FaZe could lose to anyone. That's how I always have felt. And I feel it even more now this season more than ever. And they just lost to Minnesota. They probably could have beat them, but they didn't. So here we are again doing the map vetoes because I'm on the fence on who I'm going to pick, but I kind of have an idea. But we're going to go off of these bans from their last game. FaZe banned Scar because Minnesota's actually pretty good at that map. I'm not going to lie. Minnesota's pretty good at that map. And the thing that's different between KOI and FaZe is if FaZe bans a map or they have a map ban, they have another, like, go-to. I feel like KOI doesn't really have a go-to when people ban, like, their best map. They don't have another bread and butter. They just have another map that, like, maybe they could win. But FaZe has another bread and butter. And it's so funny, whenever FaZe beats a team on the map, they have no problem playing it again. Even if it was, like, a fluky win, like, they'll still play them on it again. So FaZe will probably ban Scar again. I would not be surprised. But you know what? You might not want to do Colossus again. Wait, did they beat him on this one? Okay. Cramplossus again. I want to give FaZe the benefit of the doubt that they'll ban Colossus this time, okay? And play him on Scar. Because, like, FaZe played pretty good against Optic on Scar. And I don't know why they can't play that map. That map's just, like, all rotation. I don't think Rocker's that final at it. I'm gonna, like, hope. You know? Just gonna hope. Because FaZe is gonna be the higher seed. But the thing about higher seeds is they could easily pick Team B or Team A. Like, they could easily pick Team B or Team A. That's why I'm not doing, like, the order of the matches unless I, like, really know. But I'm going to assume they're going to pick Team A so they could have, like, the overload ban. I think the overload ban's, like, pretty important to a lot of teams because every team has, like, that one overload map they don't want to play. So I'm going to assume FaZe is a little bit smarter this time, okay? And they banned Colossus because it's the only map G2 could fucking play. So Rocker's gonna pick Scar. Not Rocker, it's Minnesota, okay? And so if Rocker bans Exposure, I don't know why they're banning Exposure. That's kind of weird. Why are they ban Exposure? Are they like bad at that map? Actually, I actually do know they're bad at map. Never mind. I actually do know how bad they are at the map. That makes perfect sense. The thing with FaZe, would you play Med Blackheart again? I mean, like, they played you pretty close to that map. Why not play Den? Like, I don't think G2 is like a renowned Den hardpoint team, and FaZe is like not bad at that map. I don't know, man. This FaZe team actually confuses me. This FaZe team confuses me. Let's take a look at Rocker real quick. Not Rocker, it's Minnesota. Okay. Not Rocker, it's Minnesota. They're 1-0 in Den. Oh, my bad. My bad. Okay. 1-0. Okay. And their only loss on Blackheart hardpoint is to FaZe. If I'm FaZe, I would play them on Den. I don't care if they only have one win on that map. I would play them on Den. They're 0-2 on Den? I swore FaZe got a Den win. That's why they're not playing it. Oh my god. Why is FaZe not playing that map? Why are they not good at that map? That's crazy. That's actually pretty insane. A lot of these teams are just like not good. Dude. 5-5 hardpoint, 4-3 overload. Like, what is going on there, FaZe? What is going on? I wouldn't be surprised if they just play Blackheart again. Like, I can't give them the benefit of the doubt, bro. If they're 0-2 on Den, they're like, oh, we don't want to play that. I don't know why you would just play that, but they just must not be good at that map. I remember Optic was kind of running them at scrims on that map, so, you know, is what it is there. As for the S&D bans, I don't know why FaZe bans Exposure, because Minnesota is terrible at that map. They can't play it. But I do understand their ban on Den S&D, because FaZe is pretty good at that map. And I don't think FaZe has an issue playing Raid. They're probably going to play it again because FaZe probably, oh, probably could have won that, you know? And I don't know why FaZe is picking Scar either. Like, that's another thing. I just, like, don't understand. I mean, not wanting to play Colossus S&D, I understand, okay? I completely understand that. If you're FaZe, though, why did you not play Exposure? G2's not good at that map. They're not good at that S&D map. I watched Mamba in a 1v1 against Craze, and he literally just hit in the corner. I was, like, so angry when I watched that. I actually hate it when people play 1v1s and they're just hiding. I actually hate that. I think FaZe wins easily as long as Skies doesn't have a good series again. Oh, man. It's so funny because I want to guess the map vetoes, but it's like what I think and what they think is completely fucking different. Like, that's the most hilarious part about it. Like, I want to say FaZe doesn't ban Exposure and they play it, but they're going to be like, oh, you know, they're just going to, you know, they're just going to play it, whatever. Probably going to get Raid again. Because if you're FaZe, why does FaZe like Scar S&D so much? I'm trying to figure that one out too. That map is fluky, man. Don't play that map. Don't play G2 on that map, bro. That map is just fluky. It just asks for flukes. Like, don't play them on that map. And they're 2-0 on it. It's like their only positive record on it, really? And Raid. But they're 3-1 on Raid. They could beat G2 on Raid. Come on, man. They could beat G2 on Raid. Come on. That's ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to assume it's Exposure and Raid. Okay. I'm just going to take the guess. FaZe is going to ban Scar Overload, because why would you not? And then G2 is probably going to pick Den. Okay. Like, they're going to pick Den. Because why would you play Exposure against FaZe when you're not good at that? So, if my fluky map set is right and we get a Scar hardpoint, Blackheart hardpoint, Exposure S&D, Raid S&D, and then a Den Overload, I kind of feel like FaZe could lose this. I just want to put G2. I swear, I really do, because I just feel like FaZe is just so trolly, dude. FaZe is just so trolly. You just never know what FaZe you're gonna get. But we are on LAN. We are on LAN, though. We are on LAN. We're not on system, like, but we are on LAN. We are on LAN. I want to give FaZe the benefit of the doubt. I really do. Like, I I could just see him losing. FaZe were the best S&D team. That's the thing, though. You could be the best S&D team, but if the maps don't fall in your favor, being the best S&D team could just go right over your head. If you end up playing a Colossus S&D and like a Scar, anyone can win Scar. Anybody can win Scar S&D. Like, that map has, I'm not going to say zero skill, but it's like, dude, that map is so unbalanced. Like, that bomb being on P5 is ridiculous. That bomb should probably be like over by the plane. But I kind of feel like FaZe could lose this. Like, I could see them squaring up on Blackheart Hardpoint and them just losing the Blackheart Hardpoint. Like, they were pretty much in pole position to lose it last time, but they made a pretty good comeback. If they play Colossus Hardpoint again, I feel like FaZe is going to lose, okay? So I'm going to put this asterisk in my bracket right now. If FaZe plays them on Colossus Hardpoint again, if Colossus Hardpoint is anywhere in this series, FaZe is going to lose. If Colossus Hardpoint's in this series, FaZe is going to lose. But if Scar's in there, they're going to win, okay? I'm just going to leave that there. If Colossus Hardpoint's in there, ignore FaZe advancing in my bracket, but I'm going to pick FaZe. I'm going to pick FaZe, okay? And the last winner's bracket match of Thursday, the Falcons against Optic Texas. The hometown team, even though every team's in like the exact same place, but the home team, they're going to be doing a ring ceremony. I absolutely hate those, but they're going to be doing a ring ceremony. Optic Texas. They started off the season actually playing Falcons before Falcons even caught some steam, and they beat them 3-0 pretty handedly. This is all the way December 5th. This is over pretty much 2 months ago. 250 to 154. Scar win. 6-4 Den win. 4-1 Den win. Just a quick 3-0. Not the same Falcons team that we're seeing right now. That's for sure. And not the same Optic team that we're seeing right now. Optic was flying high before the Christmas break. They're 3-0. Shotzi's calling everyone dog shit, saying everyone's terrible, and then they go on a 2-match losing streak, and we don't see Shotzi stream at all. Shotzi gonna go for his 1,000 pinch against LePred. Oh my god. I think FaZe has had the best teamwork this stage. Am I faded for that? Best teamwork. I think Carolina's had the best teamwork. Just from like the arrows I watched, they've had the best teamwork. But I can understand why you say that, because FaZe's teamwork in the past has not been notoriously easy to catch on the minimap, and it is a lot easier to catch with this team, especially in that Blackheart Hardpoint they played against Minnesota. It was actually sheer teamwork that brought them back in the game, like the way they started playing off each other. I guess they just started off slow and they started to pick up after, but I could actually see an evident feeling of people wanting to play for each other on this FaZe team as opposed to previous iterations where there was a little bit more superstar ball, but there was still like teamwork. Don't get me wrong, there's still teamwork, but not as much. Like now I actually feel like everyone's playing for each other, but I can see where you're coming from. But something I find hilarious about Optic, it's so funny. And this should go along with like my tweet that, like I made like about like replying to Scrap saying that the flank's like the hindsight special, I was talking about pros not being able to take criticism, and you know whenever they're winning they're on the flank spamming emojis in the chat all happy, and then when they lose they're nowhere to be seen, or they're in the flank chat like, man, you guys don't know what you're talking about, like no pro could take criticism. The funniest thing about Optic, whenever they're on like a win streak and they're winning, Shotzi's streaming all the time. He's laughing. You know, he's calling everyone bad. The second they're losing and they're in a slump, he never streams. We don't see JP turning on the stream on Monday morning, laughing, talking about things they're doing at the facility. Nobody's live. Literally crickets. Freaking, there's like 3 nights ago. Shotzi turns on his stream for 8s. I swear after one map, he just turned it off. I'm not sure if it's because his chat was asking him questions or his chat was like saying hood red shit, but he just turned off after like 8 minutes. I was laughing. I was like, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. When Optic does bad and just none of them stream. I love that. I actually live for that. Abuz has been frying since the break. Dude's been top 5. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you got a Luca over there. That's what happens when you got a Luca over there. Optic, another team that can lose to any of these teams. And you know, I'm not even going to do Matt Beetle predictions for this because I just already have my prediction in hand, you know, to speed up this bracket prediction a little bit more. I have the Falcons beating Optic. And I swear this is not biased cheese. I swear it's not biased cheese. What happened? What 3D library did I open up? Oh my god. It's terrible. Okay. Wow. L production. Are we back? We are. Just gotta move that to the side a little bit. I got the Falcons beating Optic. I just have a feeling. Okay, guys, I just have a feeling. This is not even, it's not biased cheese. It's not taking down the green wall cheese. You know, it's not taking down the green wall phase 1 cheese. This is, I actually just feel it. I've been feeling it for like a while, you know? I've been feeling it for a while. I've had some time to marinate on it ever since the brackets came out last night. And I just feel with the momentum Falcons is on and how they play now, they kind of figured out a way to play. I'm not saying Falcons is good by any means, by the way. I still feel like they've had a good strength of schedule, but they have had good wins. So, I mean, you can't fault them for that. Optic's not playing good right now, okay? And I'll actually just make you guys feel a bit better, okay? I'll make you guys feel a bit better. I'll do some map vetoes, okay? I'll actually do some map vetoes for this game. I'm going to open up the Riyadh Falcons. I already know Optics like map vetoes, so I'm just going to go on like a recent Falcons game against like, I'll go against Paris because against like Paris, like, you know, it's a good team. So let's see what they like to ban. They're going to ban Den. Okay, yeah, Optic likes that map too. They're going to ban Exposure S&D. Optic doesn't really play that. Okay, so I could leave that. And they're a higher seed than Optic too. They are a higher seed. They are. Okay, so this where it gets interesting. The overload. Okay, I'm actually going to get into this because it's actually going to explain a lot. It's going to explain a lot. Because I think Optic's effed when it comes to overload against Falcons. I'm going to explain why. Okay. Exactly what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think Falcons just like ban maps like depending on who they're playing, honestly. And that's honestly what it feels like. Okay. So Optic, for whatever reason, Merc does not like Blackheart. Apparently now, like Dasher doesn't like it, but specifically Merc does not like it. And the best player in your team doesn't like it, you know, you're just not going to play it. So Optic's going to ban Hardpoint Blackheart. Shocker. And then if I'm Falcons and I'm playing Optic, what other map is Optic good at? They're pretty good at Exposure. They're pretty good at Den. But I think Falcons got a little bit better at Den. So I think they're going to have, I think Falcons are going to be a little bit braver. They're going to be a little bit braver on Den. They're 0-2 on it? Really? I think they're going to be a little bit braver on it. Okay. I don't think Falcons is going to play Exposure. That's for sure. So I think against Optic, they're going to ban Exposure. Optic's going to ban Blackheart, which leaves Colossus, Den, and Scar. Optic, I would probably go find fuck JP myself. If they pick Scar Hardpoint, I would actually be flabbergasted. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to pick Den. I think they're going to pick Den, and then I think Falcon's going to pick Colossus. So Optic gets trapped there because now they got to play Colossus. I don't think Optic really like playing Colossus, but that's what happens when you have an auto veto in Blackheart. You get forced into a map that you don't want to play. So that's bad for Optic. For S&D, Optic, what map do they ban? Sometimes they ban Colossus. They don't really like playing Exposure lately. Like, they really like Den, but Falcon's probably going to ban Den because it is the only map Optic likes to play. For some reason, Optic keeps picking Scar S&D like a lot of other teams when you're not good at that map. But for some reason, they keep picking it. And if I'm the Falcons, let's look at Falcons S&D picks. So they pick Den 3 times. They pick Scar 4 times. They really like Scar, I guess. They're 2-0 on Scar. They're 2-0 on Raid. They really like Raid. I forgot they really like Raid. They actually might play that map. But Falcons might... Okay, so here's the thing. Optic likes playing Raid. Optic loves playing Raid. Like, they pick it whenever they have the chance. But will they do that knowing that Falcons is also good at it? Or are they going to score up on it at one of their best S&D maps? Optic's trapped in the corner again. They're trapped in a corner again. They're either going to play Raid or they're going to play Scar. Falcons like both of those maps. So you're pretty much drawn into one of those maps. That's not good. It's not good. I can't even imagine Optic plays Colossus S&D. I can't even imagine. If they play that map, I just won't even know. I just won't even know. They played it one time. Okay, I was about to say, I swear I've never seen them play it. They're exactly like Ultra, like they don't play Exposure. I don't know why. Just very interesting. They insist on playing Scar. Teams are insisting on playing Scar S&D, but not Exposure S&D. It makes no sense to me. I just can't wrap my brain around that. I can't wrap my brain around that. If I'm Optic, though, I mean, if I have to pick between Raid and, if I have to pick between Raid and Scar, I mean, you're probably going to be playing both those maps, to be honest. Optic will probably ban Exposure Colossus. It doesn't matter because I don't think fucking Falcons is playing any of those. So we're probably going to get, Falcons' 2 best S&D maps. Not good. Not good. If I'm Falcons, I'm going to ban Den. So let's take Den out. So Optic's not going to be able to play that map. What map would Optic ban? They're not going to ban Scar. They're probably going to ban Exposure because they don't play it. They have to ban Exposure or they have to ban Colossus. But that doesn't matter because then you're going to play Falcons' 2 best S&D maps. They're trapped, bro. They're going to lose. They're trapped. They're literally trapped. It's actually beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's like music to my ears. They're just trapped in every sense of the word. They're trapped in every sense of the word. All the split Scar, whatever. And now Falcons is the higher seed. Okay? Falcons is a higher seed. Falcons could play Haram Ball too. Falcons could play some Haram Ball. And Falcons don't play Scar Overload, so I guess that's lucky for Optic, okay? That's lucky for Optic. Falcons don't fuck with Scar. Because that map's fucking doo-doo. Okay, that map's doo-doo. If you're Optic, though, do you play Exposure? Do you play Den? Probably not Den, because I think that one's a little bit haram for Falcons. They'll probably play Exposure, I'm not going to lie. Because Falcons look pretty beatable at that map against Cloud9. They played it pretty good, but they look beatable. There's a way to play against Falcons on that map to actually expose them. So if it's a Den, Colossus Hardpoint, Scar Raid, S&D, and Exposure Overload, I mean, I just have fucking Falcons. Optic's backed into a wall right now. They're just backed into a wall. Optic might take that Exposure, though. They'll probably take the Exposure. Wouldn't be surprised if they take maybe a Scar. But Falcons is really good at Raid S&D. They play that shit so ratty with smokes, and they run together. They flank together. You just never know what they're going to do. They actually have a very good understanding. They're really nerdy on that map. And it's so funny. The way I feel Falcons plays that map is they play it like they're a team that's significantly below the team that they're playing, and they're trying to be as newbie as possible to even the playing field, if that makes sense. But I got Falcons against Optic there, so just showing you the map vetoes and how Optic's pretty much pinned in every sense of the word. These teams have weak ass map pools. Optic claiming he was so far ahead. Shotzi claiming they're so far ahead, and then you take a look at the map. It does not look like that at all. Actually looks completely opposite. So Optic down there in the losers against who? Oh, against Breach. That's an interesting game. Actually, no, it's against Cloud9. Whoops, against Cloud9. Optic against Cloud9. Very interesting. And then I guess I guess I picked FaZe. So G2 against Breach. It's actually a very good game. I'm not gonna lie. Not really gonna do map vetoes for like these bottom teams. I'm just gonna kind of skim through these ones because I'm already 45 minutes into this. And you know, when we get to like these deeper matches, we're gonna be doing more deeper map pools. So let me take a sip of my water real quick. All right. Where do we begin? I mean, the first match of elimination round 1. I mean, they'll probably put it as the last match of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if they just switch around the schedule to make that match the last match of the day. KOI against Heretic. Real Madrid against Barcelona. Man, I might have to do map vetoes for that one. Like, that's such an enticing game that I just have no choice. I just need to know Miami's freaking gimmick here. I know they played KOI earlier, but that was like all the way in December. I can't be doing that one. I just need like a general consensus. I need a general consensus of like their map bans, okay? I think it's actually team dependent too. I think it's team dependent because they ban Blackheart Hardpoint sometimes. I think it all depends on the team. Because like Miami is like a hard counter team. Miami is more of a counter team than they are a play for themselves team. Like they see what the other team is good at and they try to take it away from them. So I think that's how Miami's gonna play this. So if I had to do these map bans, so KOI's best hard point is Den. So what's Miami gonna ban? They're gonna ban Den. And if you're KOI, just looking at the map records, Miami's best map is Exposure. Understandable. And they're 2-0 at Blackheart. But KOI doesn't like playing Blackheart, so they might just play Den. Honestly, they're probably going to play Den. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put Den in there. That's going to be just a good... KOI against Miami at Den, like biggest rivals playing Den, dude. Oh my god, dude. That map is going to feed families on land, too. Optic could really do some weird shit and come out and just be good, plus the crowd buff. I think the crowd buff might go against them. Like, they might just be like nervous wrecks. I've seen this story before, but you know, who knows? Like, they could get a super buff, but I'm not sure. It's that their map pool. If you compare their map pool right now to how it was in Black Ops 6 when they picked up Merc, like, their map pool at the end of Black Ops 6 was so expansive. Like, they could play almost anything. Like, teams would ban some, but it really didn't matter because they're screwed anyway. Right now, Optic's kind of pinned in a corner with their map vetoes and the maps that they're good at, which is why I know they're praying for after this stage to be over, because they're going to be switching out a lot of these bad maps and introducing new ones, and that's going to probably help Optic's map pool a lot. But yeah. So Miami, so KOI is probably going to ban Blackheart. I mean, KOI is going to ban Blackheart because Miami's 2-0 at it, and KOI doesn't like playing it. So they're going to play him on Den because Miami's going to ban Den. Yeah, Miami's going to ban Den. Am I faded? Oh my god, I'm so faded. Actually, they might ban Colossus. Yeah, they might ban Colossus. Fuck, Miami doesn't play that map. And that's why it's like terrible to not... This is why it's like very imperative to like not have a weakness, because this is where it just screws you, is in the map vetoes right here. Miami hasn't played Colossus, and KOI is like pretty good at that map, even though like their record doesn't really like reflect. But Miami hasn't played that map yet, so they're gonna have to ban it. Ooh. Okay. So Blackheart and Colossus are banned. I mean, they're still gonna get Exposure and Den anyway. So it doesn't really... Actually, a KOI played them at Scar and they smacked the F out of them. So KOI is probably gonna pick that map, which means they're probably both gonna get their best maps, and they're gonna get Exposure Scar. Really? Exposure Scar, okay. Miami's definitely gonna ban Den, And then KOI is probably going to ban exposure. Probably going to ban exposure. We're going to be getting a Scar because that's the map everyone likes to fucking play. Woo, you know? Woo. But take a look at Miami. Like, they don't play Colossus. Do you think KOI actually gets a Colossus S&D in there? I don't think KOI has played it. Actually, I think they played it once at least. I think they played it once. Yeah, they played it once and they lost. Okay. Dude, this is so bad because these teams' map pools are terrible. Both these teams have such a terrible map pool. It's actually incredible. Like, I'm going through these maps and I'm just like, dude, these guys both suck. These guys actually both suck. They actually can't play anything. I think they're both playing Scarred just by freaking default because they can't play anything else. Hasn't the number 1 seed lost the winners round 1 every time in the past year? Actually? I mean, I don't think so. Because, like, there's been a lot of times FaZe had, like, the number 1 seed and they just, like, cruise to the next round. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's false because I specifically remember FaZe playing Rocker at, like, Major 2 or Major 3 and they, like, 3-0'd them and they were, like, the first seed. I specifically remember that for sure. If KOI gets top 12, could we finally see Insight get replaced? I mean, I don't want to pray on anyone's downfalls, but I mean, guys, it was not so long ago where the offseason was happening, and I was like, where should Neum go? Because I was the only person, okay? Literally, guys, this is no exaggeration. I was literally the only person in the offseason over and over again saying Neum needs to be in the league. Like, to start this season, he needs to be in the league. Nobody else said that. It was literally only me. Okay? And I was playing around with teams that Neum should be on. And the number 1 team I picked that Neum should be on is KOI. He's a slower Beatty AR. Emphasis on the slower. So it slots right into the pacing of Insight, but he's a little bit faster than Insight. He's more consistent in the kills department, which is an upgrade from Insight. And he's good at S&D, so he makes their S&D better, which is the worst thing about them right now. So it's like, Neum from every perspective is an upgrade. If he's way better at S&D, KOI can't play S&D. He gets more kills than Insight. He's a little bit faster, but still around that slower pace. It's more about trying to get Neum into, like, the system of how, like, they play and objective-wise. But pretty much lately, I haven't been seeing Insight. Like, there's games I'm watching Insight with, like, 30 fucking seconds on the hill. And, like, Jodeci's has, like, 90. Like, you know? So, Thieves lost to Boston twice. Optic lost to Miami. When the heck was Optic, like, the first seed? Like, that must have been, like... When was Optic ever the first seed? Am I faded? Wait, like, in the qualifiers? Optic was the first seed for, like, Major 1? I mean, I would not be surprised. Maybe Major 1. Oh, yeah, because I thought FaZe was bad. FaZe was bad then. Okay, my bad. I gotta read the chat. Optic, Shotzi and Hook have been non-existent in HP for over 2 months. I don't see them magically turning the ship around in 1 week time. Yeah, I agree with you, Odson. Dashy hasn't been good lately either. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if they come out shooting. I mean, I would be more surprised if they came out shooting than surprised that... Am I confusing myself? Than them playing good. Wait, no effing way. Loser of KOI mates play Miami in lower bracket. That's AIDS. Laugh a lot. KOI actually might get top 12. Yeah, I hope they do, just so they actually drop Insight. Like, I'm not even praying on anyone's fucking downfall. I just have seen this writing on the wall. It's the same thing every year. It's like some sort of comfortability that they keep going back to something that they're comfortable with. Like, you need to, like, take a chance. Like, KOI's been in that same, just like, are you a top team? Oh, no, you're actually, like, in the middle. Like, you know, like, they're never, like, punched up there and staying up there. They're always, like, regressing back down. You need to make a change to, like, change that ship around. I think Neum on KOI would be perfect. Neum on KOI would be perfect. especially if you get him to play like the way that they want to play while still keeping his good attributes, it'll work. Major 1, Madrid. I think Optic matches up best against Falcons compared to other teams they've got. I think they actually match up way worse than Falcons, honestly, compared to other teams. Falcons is like the worst team for Optic to play. Like, just that ratty team. You got AG, who actually embraces like the crowd being against them. You have MC, who could shoot. You got Kismet, who is a party pooper. And I mean, like, you have Exid, who just like hopefully performs, you know? So how do you even do VOD review on Optic if you are Falcons? They have lost every match since the break and they got slammed. You could always do a VOD review. It's all about tendencies and learning where people go, especially when you pretty much know the map set. Like, you're not going to be playing Optic on Blackheart Hardpoint. Like, you're pretty much going to be playing them on fucking like whatever maps I had. You could pretty much kind of figure out most of the map vetoes, especially since you're the higher seed. You're going to ban Overload. You're going to ban Overload on Scar, so you pretty much know Optic's probably going to pick Exposure or Dan, so you just watch their Dan exposure, watch their tendencies. S&D, Optic's not playing Exposure, they don't play it. Falcon's going to ban Den, which means you just have Scar, Colossus, Raid, VOD to go over. Optic doesn't really play Colossus, so you're basically doing Scar and Raid. Basically doing Scar and Raid, so it's like only like 5 maps, honestly, like, to go over. Like, honestly, if you're like doing a VOD review on Optic, you could pretty much figure out at least most of the map vetoes before you play the team. So just going over 5 maps, just going over tendencies, going on where they like to go. Everyone's like a creature of habit. Like, I swear there's not a lot of people who play a certain way and then they go to the major and they take fucking different routes. Like, people are creatures of habit. I see people do the same breakups in the same spots over and over and over again, like throughout the year. Like, it doesn't even change. Hardstuck top 4 is the story of Ultra at KOI. I mean, I want to get a Hardstuck top 4. It feels like Hardstuck like top 5, 6. Sometimes it feels like there's another team that comes and passes over them, like Vancouver Surge last year. They are in the death screen half the time and Overload. What tendencies do you watch Optic get slam 1-5? The routes that fucking Shotzi takes. The AR spots that Dashy likes to play. Routes that Hook takes. Like, Shotzi and Hook are just all routes. All routes. Especially fucking Shotzi. Especially Shotzi. Just all routes. You don't really need to do that much VOD review on Merc. He's just always just in the shit. Like, wherever the objective is, he's there. He's just in the shit. It's more about nullifying like the other people. If you get rid of Dashy in the spots that he's in, and you could hard counter Hooker, fuck Shotzi on the routes, it's like pretty simple. Everybody has fucking tendencies. Like, I watch fucking Shotzi, I already know his tendencies. Majority of people don't got Optic winning this tournament. If you want to know Optic's tendencies, I'm actually gonna tell you right now, because Tuesday and Wednesday, we're just going to be solely going over Optic VOD, because, like, don't think I forgot. This is a taking down the green wall season. So we are just going to be going over Optic VOD tomorrow and Wednesday. That's all we're doing. Just watching Optic. That's all we're doing. Just watching Optic. Even though, like, they're terrible right now, have to do my due diligence. Under the flank breaking point have Optic winning. Not surprised, because they're not going to win. Do scrim results and data not exist? Yeah, they do, but like scrims are actually kind of cheesy, like a little bit, not gonna lie. They're kind of cheesy a little bit. Miami KOI. Okay, I actually got distracted on this. Miami KOI. Scar exposure. S&D is gonna be a Scar in there. Miami's gonna ban Den. And then KOI is gonna ban exposure because Miami's good at that map. So if Den exposure ban, they're definitely gonna play a Scar in there. And then deciding between Colossus and Raid, they're probably going to play Raid because KOI does not pick... Actually, KOI might pick Scar. Either way, I mean, fucking no one's playing Colossus. So it's going to be Scar, Raid, and then Overload. Who's the higher seed? I'm pretty sure it's Miami, right? Actually, no, Miami's in losers. Miami's in losers. They cannot be the higher seed, okay? They cannot be the higher seed. Noted. So it is KOI. KOI is the higher seed. For Overload, they'd probably ban... Ooh. How many times did they play to Overload on Scar? Okay, they played it once. They lost it. I know they're 2-0 in Exposure, but that's also Miami's like best Overload map as well. But KOI is also pretty good at Den. Honestly, they might ban Scar. They're probably just going to ban Scar. And if you're Miami, do you play them on Den or Exposure? Probably play Exposure. This series is going to be electric, dude. Like, the map set for this series is going to be electric. Because I know that Exposure is like both teams' best Overload map. That's going to be a lightning match. And then Scar and Raid, this is interesting. So, if KOI is the higher seed, it means Scar is going to be map number 1. And then Miami's pick is probably going to be like the Raid. So it's going to be Scar, Raid, Exposure. Scar, Raid, Exposure, Exposure, Scar. Let me type that out. Scar, Raid, Expose, Exposure. Wait, oh my god. Scar, Raid, Exposure, Scar? Wait. What's the other? No, it's Expo. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I don't even know what I'm typing. Scar, Raid, Expo, Expo, Scar. I mean, fuck, KOI is probably going to slap him on that map. Probably going to slap him on map number 1. Raid is interesting. That could go either way. Expo could go either way. Expo could go either way. These Expos go either way, honestly. I could see a Jodeci's masterclass, dude. This is an interesting series. I don't know who's going to take this. But I have to decide. I have to. I just have to decide. So I'm going to pick KOI. I'm going to pick KOI. I think they could edge Miami in the S&Ds. I know they're not a good S&D team, but just with the way the map set is, I kind of feel like they can edge them in the S&Ds. It just comes down to that third map Expo. I saw the way Miami played Overload on the map last time, and they're playing haram ball. Like, they were just slow. And they're playing against that. They're playing that like that against Ravens. You play that way against KOI, they're gonna run you. I don't know. I kind of feel like KOI is probably gonna. But KOI, Expo, Hardpoint. How many times they played that? They played it one time. They're 1-0. Who'd they play on that map? I don't even know. I'm going to trust KOI. I'm going to trust Joe to not get OFR'd. I'm actually going to trust them. I'm trusting Joe. In Joe, I trust. In Joseph Romero, I trust to not get OFR'd at this freaking tourney. Jeez, like, we'll see. I mean, like, we'll freaking see, man. Why won't Optic win? Because everything's just not going to go in their favor. That's why. That's why, Philly J. Teams don't try as hard in scrims, or they're trying new stuff. Well, yeah, but you're making it seem like Falcons are just completely in the dark. I low-key wouldn't mind a phase win just so Abuza and 04 can finally get a grand final win. Would be happy for them. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, they got to earn that. Long as FaZe don't win, I'm happy. Damn, you're a hater like that? Their fan base is insufferable lately. Interesting. Where? I haven't heard a single thing about I haven't heard a single thing about their fan base. That's interesting. Now Optics still could get slammed, but watching a team get slammed isn't that good VOD to watch. It's not about watching them get slammed. It doesn't matter if they win or they lose. There's things you could learn from VOD. It literally doesn't matter. Everyone's a creature of habit. But yeah. Okay. So G2 against Breach. Interesting game. I kind of want to do my due diligence and do the map fuck vetoes for these, but I could be here for 2 hours if we do that. I'm just going to briefly go over it, but I'm not going to write it down. So we're going to do Boston. I don't even know what Boston's even fucking good at, dude. Like, they just suck. I don't even know what they're good at anymore. Okay. So taking a look at their map picks, like they pick Colossus a lot. It's their most pick hardpoint map. Interesting. That works for G2 because they love to play it. They're 0-1 at Blackheart hardpoint. They're 3-2 at Colossus. They're 0-2 at Den. 2-0 Exposure. And 2-2 at Scar. Very interesting. Okay. I think we're going to get a Colossus because it's Boston's best map. And, I don't have much faith in them thinking that much. It wouldn't make sense for them to ban it because it is the only map that G2 could play, but is what it is. Honestly, you either play them with Colossus or Scar, honestly. But you know what? Boston like playing Scar, though. But G2, they have the exact same. Both these teams are good at the exact same hardpoint maps. They're both good at Colossus and Scar. That's interesting. They're both good at the same maps. But G2's gonna ban Exposure for sure. Not just because Boston's 2-0 at it, because G2 cannot play that map. So if G2 ban Exposure and Boston have to choose between Den, Scar, Colossus, Blackheart, they might just be noobs and ban the map that they're not fucking good at, and that's Den, which is just insane. They actually might screw up at their best maps. I swear to God, they actually might do that. I don't see Boston banning Colossus. I don't even see him banning it. I actually don't see him banning it. Are they going to play Blackheart, though? Haven't seen them really play. Who do they play on that map? Who do they actually play on that map? I forgot. Wait, does anyone know who Boston played at that? Wait, does anyone know? I kind of have to actually figure this out because that actually means a lot. That means a lot to me actually now. I'm pretty sure it's LAT, no? I'm pretty sure it's LAT. I swear that match just happened. I swear I just saw it. Wait, that was Carolina Royal. No, yeah, it was LAT. No, it actually wasn't. I'm baited. In my head, I swore Boston just played LAT on that map. I must be cooked. Who did they play on that map? Does anyone know? Oh, it was actually Miami. Okay, it was Miami. Okay. Not convincing at all over there. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that gave me all the information I need. So they're not going to play Blackheart. Okay. Not going to play Blackheart. So G2 bans Exposure. Boston bans Den? Or Blackheart. I don't know what the fuck they banned, but either way, I think Colossus can be left open. I'm just going to keep those the exact same. Okay, and then Boston for S&D. What map do they like banning? They like banning Raid. They don't like Raid. Okay, they don't like Raid. I think these are very like team dependent. They pick Den a lot. They pick Scar a lot. I even watch Purge and Snoopy play that map all the time in S&D Chels. Very interesting. Very interesting. I need to see G2 because like G2 likes Colossus just because of the sniper, and I think they're pretty good at that map for S&D. Am I faded? Okay, so they're very good at Raid. They're very good at Scar. I knew the Raid one. Everyone just playing Scar just because. I don't know why. Everyone just playing Scar. Everyone just loves Scar for some reason. Everyone just loves that map. Everyone just loves them some Scar S&D for some reason. It's just like the worst map, and of course all the pros like it. It's just like, it just makes perfect sense, dude. I think the teams actually might just ego lead that map in. If I'm Boston, I'd ban Raid because it's like the map that they're good at, and but Boston's apparently fucking good at it too. Actually, no, I'm on fucking G2's page. I lied. I was like, Boston's not good at it. They play that map. I was actually like faded. Okay, they're 0-1. Okay, so they're probably gonna ban Raid. They're gonna ban Raid. Okay, they're gonna ban Raid. G2 probably ban exposure. We actually might get like a Colossus. We might get some weird ass fucking shit, dude. We might get some weird ass shit on this. I think they might play Den. They could play Den. But they're 1-3 on it. But I mean, they haven't played Colossus. Okay, if Boston haven't played Colossus, they're not gonna play it. They're not gonna play it first. Now they're not gonna do that. So it'd have to be a Den and a Scar. It'd have to be a Den Scar. Have to be a Den Scar. I'm not gonna super duper think about this because I'm not trying to be here all day. I'm not trying to be here all day doing map vetoes. I just had to do them for this one because this one seemed a little bit interesting for me. So Minnesota have avoided exposure overload this whole split. That's a one-dimensional team if I've ever seen one. How do you not play that map at least once? Bro, every team just has like a map they just can't play. I don't even know what they do for 12 hours. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what they do. Both teams play Den. And they don't play exposure. Actually, no, I'm on the same team. I swore to switch to Boston. Okay, like they actually played Boston, but it was like before the break. Interesting. Let's see this. Okay, so they played Scar. They played Colossus. They might play Colossus because it's a close game. Boston's not going to play him on Raid again. But Boston beat him on Den. Interesting. Okay, I actually have Den down too. Okay, that's good. That's good stuff out of me. Wish I might get a very similar map set. I swear to God. Except the overload, it's probably going to change. But G2's the higher seed because they came from winners. And they don't like exposure. But would they ban it if freaking Boston doesn't play it either? Probably not. I think they're going to try to get a Den. If I'm G2, I'm playing 3D chess, okay? I'm banning Scar, and Boston doesn't play exposure, so they're going to have to play you on Den. That's 3D fucking chess. There's a small risk that you end up playing exposure, but I mean, it's not really a risk if like they don't play the map either. So, it works out. Surge is so ass. Watching Vada Shotzi attempting to flank. Attempting every flank in the book is good info, though. It shows he's 3 months in the game and still hard stuck on that playstyle that it will counter his plays. Like Burrito, don't even gotta come up with some grand strategy on how Optic plays. They've been asked for 3 weeks straight. Brother, if Falcons don't watch Optic VOD, they're trolling. Yeah, they have to watch Optic VOD. Don't think just because the team's playing bad, you don't have to watch their VOD. Like, that's sloppy. If, like, you actually think that. That's pretty sloppy. Scrim VODs are decent, but match VODs are the best. Exactly. So, G2 against this team again. Oh, my God. Who's going to win? Okay, so who won last time? Okay, it was a 3-2 loss. Colossus, Scar, Den. Interesting. Minnesota. Probably take the overload. S&Ds are very interesting. This could be a Boston series again. I'm not going to lie. This actually might be Boston. You know what? I'm going to throw a little wrench in here. I'm thinking Breach. I'm thinking Purge. That's what I'm thinking. Optic against Cloud9. I mean, gosh, I would hope you don't lose the Cloud9 Optic. I mean, I would hope not. There's like no way, right? I think just off of sheer firepower, I think Merc could probably carry that series. I'm not going to lie. I feel like Merc could just hard carry that series by himself. I'm going to keep doing the losers bracket, and then we'll get into the winners round 2. Try to speed it up a little bit. Optic against Breach. Breach has been a kryptonite for Optic in recent years. I can't even lie. They've been a little bit of a boogeyman. They haven't played in this split, though. Okay, they haven't played in this split. So this is interesting. So based off all the information I have, let's do these map vetoes, okay? Optic doesn't play Blackheart. That's great for Boston. Boston doesn't play it either. Works out well. If I'm Optic, though, I have to ban Colossus. Like, don't play Boston on Colossus, please. Just pray they don't pick Blackheart. So I'm gonna give Optic the benefit of the doubt. I shouldn't even be fucking giving him free game. I should just fucking let him make the mistakes, honestly. Just let Optic make the mistakes. If Optic bans Blackheart, they're making a big mistake. If they play this team, if Optic plays this team on Colossus, they are trolling. I don't care if Optic is 1-0 on that map. Boston's a better Colossus team. Ban Colossus and pray they don't pick Blackheart, okay? Please. Please. Please, please, please. Okay? Alright. So, if I'm Boston, okay, I'm actually going to do this. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. If I'm Boston, probably going to ban Den. They're 0-2 at it. So if Optic bans Colossus and they ban Den, there's going to be an exposure. Boston will love that. And then Optic needs to choose between... Optic has to choose between Blackheart and Scar. I mean... You could play them on Blackheart, but they're just not going to. Their auto ban. Their auto ban. Interesting. This actually might be kind of bad for Optic. I'm not going to lie. So both teams like Raid. Okay. Both teams like Raid. I don't think both teams like Exposure S&D. Am I faded? Let me see. I actually feel like both teams don't like this map. Okay, I know Optic spans. I'm just trying to go on Boston. Okay, I'm on Boston. They're 2-0 on Exposure. Okay, Optic's going to ban that. Okay, Optic's going to ban Exposure. Optic doesn't play it anyway. Okay, that means we're going to get a raid for sure if Optic bans that because Boston's not going to ban it. So, Exposure is banned. Raid's picked, which leaves Colossus, Den, Scar. Boston would probably ban... We're just going to get another Scar, dude. It's so annoying. This map is just everywhere. This map is just actually everywhere. Boston's 1-3 in that map, but they probably still feel confident. I'm not going to lie. Probably still feel pretty confident. Oh, wait. I lied. Oh, my God. It's actually G2. I actually confused it. Boston vetoes this map. Okay, Boston vetoes Raid. Okay, they might actually ban Raid. Never mind. They're going to ban Raid. I lied. Raid Exposure gone. Raid Exposure, Colossus, Den, Scar. Colossus, Den, Scar. If you're Boston, what maps does Boston pick? Okay, what maps does Boston pick? Colossus, Den, Scar. They pick Den and Scar like the most. They only pick Colossus one time. Going against Optic though, you would probably pick Scar, so they're probably gonna pick Scar. I mean, fuck, they're just going to. So if Raid's gone, Exposure's gone, and Scar's gone, leaves Den, Colossus. Optic's gonna pick Den. Okay. And then for Overload, Optic's the higher team because they're in the winner's bracket. So they're going to ban Overload on Scar. I mean, they're just fucking going to. Boston doesn't play Exposure, so they're going to get Den. So Exposure, Scar, Den. Interesting. So Optic would probably pick Expo, so that would probably be map number 1. And then Boston gets like map number 2 pick, which would be the Scar. And then the map number 3, Den. And then map number 4 would be Scar. And then map number 5 would be Den. So Expo, Scar, Den, Scar, Den. Jeez. But brother, Optic been making mistakes. No advice saving them at least this major. Optic Overload points is like 5 to 20. In the last 4 matches. FaZe vs. Mates, Major 1 Grand Finals. Very interesting. Very interesting. Who do we think wins off this map set, guys? Between Optic and Boston Breach. An Exposure Hardpoint, a Scar Search and Destroy, a Den Overload, Scar Hardpoint, Den S&D. Who wins? Who wins? Who wins? I think Optic should take map number 1. I don't care. Boston's fucking 2-0 at it. Optic's got to take the map number 1. Like, they just gotta. The Scar S&D could go either way. That Den Overload, I would like to give Optic the benefit of the doubt on it. But, I mean, he's been flanking a lot lately. It's not been working.
Oh my god, I just fried those kids.
Goddamn, you picked Boston? That's
Oh my god, I
crazy.
just fried those kids.
C9, thank you for the subscription. I'd laugh at this, actually, Cloud9, but I don't think it is. Optic off of Shotzi Aster class? Well, that's insane. Optic exposure and Den are a lock for them, in my opinion. I would assume so. But Boston's a good Den S&D team as well, so that last map could be tricky. And the map number 4, Boston's good at Scar, Hardpoint, and Optics kind of not. Optic, it feels like Optic has a scary, has some scary matches, dude. They got some scary matches in here. This could go either way. Optic for sure. I swear I'd put anything. They have to take that map number 1. Like I would be absolutely floored if they lost that map number 1 exposure hardpoint. I'd be absolutely floored. That Scar S&D could go either way, even though Boston's 1-3 at it. That map is just so fluky that could go either way. This is either like an Optic 3-0 or it's going map number 5 and anything can happen. Cammy and Purge are walking .8s right now. Breach is one of the few teams I'm fairly confident in them beating, even in their form. I really do want to say that, but I really just want, dude. I think there's going to be some bias in like my bracket predictions, but I mean, I can acknowledge whenever Optic's doing great, and I always just like actually advance them if they actually are doing good. But man, exposure Scar Den. That seems tricky, dude. It just comes down to that Scar. It comes down to that map number 2. If Optic could win map number 2, like, they're going to win this series. That Den overload. I mean, I would assume Optic would win that, no? But, like, letting Boston just seems like a team that would just crush their hopes on land. It just, like, seems like that team. Like, I know, like, Boston's playing bad, but this just, like, seems like that type of thing that would happen. I swear. Like, I'm actually not trying to be a hater. Like, it just feels like it would happen here. Like, it actually feels like it would happen here. Those Boston Cats beat Optic Merc. Beat Optic with Merc. I think FaZe looks great right now. That's my pick for Major 1, but I'm looking at some sleepers too. KOI could pop up on LAN. Ooh, they could. Interesting. Op doesn't need to win this major compared to like Major 2, 3. Optic doesn't. It's their home major. Like, they want to win their home major. Optic cares about this major. It's their home major. They're doing a ring ceremony, for crying out loud. LAT FaZe have more to win. Of course they have more to win, but it's like, are they going to win? You know, that's the question. So with this map set, I really want to pick Boston, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to be a hater. Okay, but you also have to imagine, okay, guys? Whoever advances in this Boston Optic game, they're going to get the loser of Gentlemates and Thieves. So, I mean, like, they're getting a nice Christmas present. So, I think whoever makes it is probably going to lose. If I had to guess. Whoever makes this next round, Elimination 3, is probably going to lose to whoever drops there. The Mercury's honeymoon is over, in quotations. Major 1, and I don't agree. Bro, it's their home major, dude. If it was just a random home major, maybe they wouldn't care. But it's literally their home major in front of their home crowd. Should I put more emphasis on home major? I know every team's like in fuck Dallas pretty much, but this is their home major. That means a lot, okay? That means a lot. It's LAN months after the game release. Like, they need this fuck dub gang. Yeah, everyone's saying, oh, it's the first major. Who cares? Bro, we're in January. We're going into February. This game's been out like 3 months, baby. We can't be using that it's too early excuse, bro. It doesn't fly for me. It doesn't fly for me. You play the game 12 hours a day, every day, for 3 months, it isn't early. C's back here in after Optic win Major 1. Okay, C9. How much do you want to put on it? How much do you want to put on it? Put a gifted sub on it. Put a gifted sub on it if you really believe Optic's gonna win. If you really believe Optic's gonna win. Put a gifted YouTube sub on it. I'm not saying they don't want to win, of course. Not gonna lie, everywhere Optic go is a home major. Yeah, but this one's the home major where it's like all the production is all theirs. So like they can do whatever they want, like in terms of production. But anyways, if Optic win that map number 2, they're gonna win. Okay, if they win map number 2 Scar, it comes down to that Scar. If they win the Scar, they're gonna win. If they lose the Scar, that den, I mean, I would assume Optic just wins that, dude. I'd just be so surprised if they lose. But they might be rattled, dude. I don't know. But they might catch some momentum, though. I'm going to pick Optic. I really want to pick Breach. I really do. I'm not going to lie. That map 2 is just so questionable. And Breach is 1-3 on Scar. But I know they could beat Optic on that Scar. And I just feel something in the air. I just know when I feel something in the air that Optic's going to lose. And I feel like they're going to lose to Boston. But I feel like I'm trying to convince myself how illogical it is that they're going to lose to Boston. And I'm convincing myself to pick Optic. Brother, only 3 teams have won a home event, so it's not as prominent as it might seem. Fucking money laundering? Nah. It's not about them doing any of their home. It's just their home major, so like they're gonna like try, you know, whatever. Like if Optic don't win this, it's not that big of a deal since it's Major 1 in my opinion. But if it was Major 3 to 4, they go. Yeah, I would agree, but this is a big deal losing in front of your home crowd. Okay? But yeah. Interesting. I'm gonna dude, this actually might just be a bad fucking tourney for them. I'm not gonna lie. Bruce might be getting that Porsche just fucking heated up outside, dude. Might get it heated up outside early. Like, he might start fucking map number 3. Might be fucking pre-starting the car in the garage. Scar, Den. God, I'm like really actually thinking about this. Terrible audio. I'm sorry. This terrible audio for those of you on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm so sorry. I'm in deep thought. Okay, Optic takes map number 1. Optic takes map number 2. Optic's been losing Scar lately, but I feel like against Boston, they might just like, you know. Optic should win map number 1 and number 3. It's just map 4 and 5 I'm concerned about. We're very concerned about them maps. I'm going to believe in Optic. Okay, I'm going to believe in Optic. I feel like I'm being peer pressured, even though I never get peer pressured. But I feel like I'm peer pressuring myself, actually. They choke versus Ultra too, and FaZe don't represent ATL anymore. They lost in MW2 home major to Ultra. So if FaZe wins Major 3 in ATL, is that a home win? They still owned by Esports Ventures, so I think the question is valid. Nah, their home major is Vegas. Like, they're hosting champs, so it's not ATL. Like, they're hosting champs, so their home is not ATL anymore. Even though, like, they're owned by KOI against Ravens. Let me just do the map vetoes for this one real quick. This one will be a super quick map veto thing because I pretty much know what they hate. For S&D, Ravens is gonna ban all their best shit. So Ravens is gonna ban Den. Who's the higher seed? It would actually be KOI. KOI is gonna ban Exposure Overload, which means, they're gonna ban Scar Overload, which means Ravens get to pick the Overload, so they will probably pick Den. Really? Would they? How good are they at Den? Am I faded? Hold on. Let me see how good they are at that. Let me see how good they are. Carolina Royal Ravens on Den. They're 1-1. Okay. I mean, probably play that over exposure anyway. I feel like KOI is actually going to take this just because of that overload. I feel like that overload alone just kind of convinced me. I'm not going to lie. KOI is not playing exposure. Ravens going to ban Den, which means KOI is going to probably pick Scar. I wouldn't be surprised if Ravens pick fucking like Colossus as India. I actually wouldn't be surprised. But they can also pick Raid 2. They could pick Raid 2. But they might just pick Colossus. What a terrible map set this is. I'm not going to lie. This is actually a doo-doo map set. And then Ravens will probably ban Den. It's the only map KOI could play, I guess, at this moment. And they would definitely ban Blackheart against Ravens for sure. Which means exposure. Which means they got to leave Ravens' best map in there, which is exposure. Basically got exposed to that. And KOI could probably pick Scar. Hard point. Ravens haven't even played it. Really? Ravens haven't played it? Wow, that's interesting. They haven't played it all season. Wow. Fuck, KOI might get that map in there. Okay, so Scar, exposure. I mean, I would assume freaking KOI. I mean, I would hope. I mean, Ravens is pretty good at exposure, though, but Scar. Scar S&D, Colossus S&D. I got KOI. I'm not going to lie. I got KOI. I can see KOI actually getting upset, but I just have KOI. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I really feel like there's going to be an upset because this feels like all like the top teams are in it, and it already makes me uneasy. There's never just all the top teams just flowing through like this. It's never like this. There's always like some weird fucking team here by now. So I already kind of feel like I'm trolling the bracket. Message deleted. It's funny that Dashi can't bring his portion major one like because of the thieves. Wait, who timed out your comment? My bad. I don't even know who timed it out. Actually, might be the Nightbot. Exceed is disgusting, man. Bro had the number 3 KD at EWC and number 3 overall KD at EWC. There's no way. If FaZe wins champs, I better see home crown cheese comments. Hey, easy there. Because that thieves noob. Just realized you could think I'm talking about LAT. I'm not. Crazy enough, I like the Royal Ravens a lot. Now, Caden has changed the entire pace of the team, and they look dangerous. No, I know what you're talking about. I have a feeling LAT is going to win this major. We'll see. A BZ redemption arc. Trust me, first off, there's literally no reason to bring a whole car abroad. To be honest, I don't know about ATL, but Birmingham ain't as insane as people say. Wait, I just realized who you are. Kleenex and Joe are never getting a ring. Oh, that sucks. He probably only played like 1 or 2 series. Okay. This bracket just seems like too cookie cutter. I'm not going to lie. All the top teams are in it. I actually don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like there's going to be an upset. I feel like I already messed up. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I already messed up. The brackets never go like this. Like all the top teams are like never in like this. It's never like this easy. It's never this easy. Like I could see fucking FaZe losing and then we get like a fucking G2 Falcons and then everyone's like, oh, like they have an easy winners final and they have an easy winners final. Like whoever's up top. I could easily see a G2 Falcons. That could quite easily happen. Carolina Royal Ravens, KO. I feel like KO. It's so funny because KOI's map set against everybody is like terrible, but I feel against the Ravens it's actually not that bad. So it's interesting. Very, very interesting. Huh. This is way too interesting. I'm not going to lie. Okay, KOI. Okay, let's do FaZe against Falcons. Oh my god, this is gonna be FaZe against Falcons. Oh my god. Okay, oh my gosh. I might have to go put my food in the oven. That way I'm not hungry right when this ends, and I actually have fucking food right when it ends. So that actually might be a power play that I could go and do in a second here. So I might take a commercial break. I might take a commercial break in a second. Maybe taking a commercial break here to go put my food in the oven. But I don't even know what I'll leave you guys with as I go do that. But yeah, actually, okay. Before I get to the FaZe and Falcons series, I'm gonna take a 4-minute intermission, a 4-minute commercial break. We will be right back on this episode of Borito Talk. I'm gonna leave you guys with something. Who's playing something that I could just leave you with for 4 minutes and then come back? There ain't nobody on. Meal Team 6? Nah, not Meal Team 6. Okay, yeah, actually I'll leave you with this. Let's leave you with Scrap reacting to the flank as I'm gone. And then I will be back.
On the other side.
And I'll be right back in less than 5 minutes, and we will finish off this bracket. Just gonna make sure my food is ready by the time I'm done, so I'm not up till like fucking 2 a.m. So I'll be back, guys. Stay tuned. WWE on USA. Motherfucker said commercial. This is not USA Network, bro. This is the Borito Talk podcast, okay? Oh, Perkio on Twitch is streaming a Switch. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who it was you were talking about, but F them their ass. Oh, you mean Kenny? Yeah. Kenny, yeah. I got that guy locked up, trust. I got that guy locked up. All right. I'll be back. I'm going to leave you guys with Scrap. I'll BRB. Let me leave some text. Let me leave some text so you guys know where I am. Leave some text so you guys know where I am. Where's my text? BRB in 5. BRB in 5 minutes. There you go. Right across the screen. BRB.
Today at a 1.12 from Tyler Abeezy.
Look, no one's dying on the game.
On his team, and he's the only one negative. On the other side, Craze with a 0.73.
No one's dying, bro.
Exceed with a 1.09. You got Lurks with a he played fantastic today. Even the
Oh, look at this guy, bro. Semtex.
These are your boys, Sam. These are your boys. And they fell today to the Carolina Royal Ravens. What are your initial thoughts, Sam? Are you worried?
No, I don't think so. I think Ravens are a good team, and I'm excited to see how they play going forward, genuinely. I think they're a good team. I like
Yes, Bucko, it's us!
On the side of
Yes!
teams, I like the map pool adjustments. They did lose.
Listen to these
SMDs
fucking
today,
idiots,
which
man.
I did say yesterday that my team was a Neslo team, so to see them lose 2 searches is kind of aids. But I think individual performance is some of the question marks that a lot of people had going into this weekend. I think Ken has played well. I know people are on Paco's ass.
Don't give a fuck. Next.
Man, 2 good teams.
About you, Nub.
Which was a good series for both teams. Besides the fact that there's got to be mafia ties with the LA team that involves Rocket League. That's all I'm saying. The way I agree with Sam. I mean, bro, Ravens legitimately might be the best team in the game.
The greatest of all time. I mean, I agree. They're the greatest to ever fucking touch COD.
It's just Ben J to see him.
Next.
Just like Ravens do in the Map 1 hardpoint, and they're 4-0. Just gritty.
Exactly. So I'm just going to keep the streak ahead. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to pick them. But, I mean, the Thieves have looked a lot better. You know, they got a good series win over Optic. They looked good here against, you know, a Ravens team that's been firing all cylinders.
Yes!
But, I mean, you guys have pretty much touched on everything, but I did want to give one player on the Ravens some love because I feel like we haven't talked about him a lot because we've been kind of like saying, oh, the Burger King, BK, Exceed, you know, all the flowers to my boy Caden. But let's take a look at fucking Nero, bro. I poked you his stats. Bro, Nero, we used to talk about this guy being inconsistent as fuck, being an explosive player with, yes, exactly, with inconsistent.
Point Yo, that boy crazy, bro. That guy was in my DMs after, bro. Where that boy at?
Consistent as fuck.
26 and 104, crazy. I don't want to hear shit.
Exactly. With just a lot of inconsistency, but dude, this season he's been fucking absurd, bro. He's been unreal. You can take a look at his match stats if you scroll downwards, but like, dude, he's such a good AR right now in this game. He's been playing phenomenal.
I just think he's in a better role, Chris. I think this role fits him better compared to the submachine gun role that he was playing. Like now he's for the 1.
He's been elite.
You want spending the least amount of money, no, Pat? They're probably not spending much.
Yeah, but like, I mean, bro, we see it, bro. We see it on the ocean all the time. When big boats cut away their anchor, like the boats speed up, Tom. The boats.
He been waiting to say that.
Listen, look, I'm actually hoping this Carolina team gets shit on land just for my boy Liddy. But I mean, because I can't believe this. Like when LAG dropped me, for example, bro, they ended up going like 2-30. Like they were horrible. But like, Austin's gone off this team, and they're having a miracle on the ice turnaround.
Insanity run, bro.
So yeah, I mean, this
Gotta
isn't
think,
good,
Pat.
obviously, for Slasher's legacy, but obviously they're playing well, so we're gonna tip it. On the side of the Thieves, though, I mean,
Get fucked, Pat. No one cares.
Look, actually, I got it. Look,
About land.
they're like,
No one
they're
cares.
gonna be in Dallas. Shit, no, shit ain't, but bro, okay, they should be the stout hero. Where's the key?
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
What's this?
When you guys kept saying who should this team pick up? Who should this?
Are they even
Look at
watching?
these guys. I mean, we wasn't wrong, Pat. Just early. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah, I could tip that, Tom.
As I played 3 hard points, by the way, as you can see, Thieves can't get a fucking point. These guys, these Carolina guys.
No, Thieves can't get a kill. Not a point. Not a kill. They can't get a kill.
It's kind of like how the series went, to be fair.
Somebody help Kenny, bro. It went from Kenny, please help, to somebody help Kenny, man. What the fuck is this?
Look at these dick eaters now, bro. Look at these dick eaters now.
Most engagers on the map, right?
Oh, now look at them all.
Yeah, Ernie couldn't finish a kill. I love the way though that Carolina plays black card, bro. They're so quick. Like they're so quick. I just used in their teamwork and just trading out. It's a fun team to watch, bro. Honestly, it's really fun.
Fun team to watch.
Look at this.
They're trolling, by the way.
Die.
They're running around with their knife.
Someone die.
They're not even
And
fucking.
they're knifing them.
They're knifing, Pat.
I mean, these were
Wait,
not
Ernie
the
getting
game three.
knifed?
Can we
No,
skip
my
to the
kill
game?
feed.
Can we skip to the game 3, guys? Can we
Is the
skip?
kill feed bug?
Can we
Guy
skip
is
to the
literally
game?
God on my screen. I'm fucking like just shooting him. He's running through that bitch, not giving a fuck. Whack! Just slices my
Take a
shit.
look at this clip real quick. Did Paco Black now?
Yeah, bro.
First of all, can we tip the plate from Exceed? Look at this guy. He's swimming under people right now. They have no idea he's there. It's Big BK.
You're telling me the big BK doesn't make any noise underwater? That's some bullshit.
Ooh.
No.
Some bullshit.
Hey, they're lucky it's not console. On console, you can't even see people in the water. They're
Bro,
invisible.
what is Thieves doing? What is Kenny and Hydra doing in this 2v1? Like, I feel like there was just no...
Here we
nothing.
go.
These are about our
What are we
money
doing?
here.
Well, if you look at the mini map, it looks really brain dead. So what are they doing?
That's why Paco's in there, man.
I don't know.
think
It's like
so?
they're not talking to each
think
other at
so.
all. That
They
yeah,
know
yeah,
where
I'm
he
sure.
was.
Car
I'm sure.
flashback.
Guess
Paco's
what?
in
Did we
there.
win the round?
I don't think they knew where he was. I mean, it got scary. They still won it, but I mean, they gotta be careful with it.
Bang!
I know Sam got a
We
little
win that
right
shit!
there when Paco
Yeah,
was
red car
shooting.
flashbacks.
Yeah, but who was Neptune, right? Who went did some
I don't
crazy
know, bro.
shit?
I don't remember.
It's fucking
Tried to block it
Neptune.
out.
Then there was this play. Sam, I know you didn't like this one.
Paco back in money. Yes, sir.
He loves it in there. What'd you guys think
I
about that
loved it in
strat
there,
there
bro.
from Thieves? I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, it's not good when they 4-hit middle and they trap us on the fucking side of the map. No shit.
Hey, Sam, I know you didn't like this one.
Paco.
I'm dead ass. We might as well just mute. We're just muted. We're just muted the whole series. No one's talking to anyone. We're just fucking just like, yo, we're just looking at each other like,
Think about that strat there from Thieves. I'm not really too sure what they were trying to do there.
and just
I guess they
spawning
were
in.
trying to
No,
push through and work some
motherfucker.
kills, but,
Probably
Clearly,
just-
I'm trying to call
just
something.
nobody, And Paco's probably just hitting him with one of those, yo, I'm going to push in. Watch over.
Oh yeah, that's what he did.
Paco's
That's what
probably just
Paco.
hitting him with-
Yo, Paco, is this what you
Push through
did?
And work some kills, but
They probably
I-
just call- they
Yo,
probably just
Paco,
saw
is this what
nobody,
you did?
and
Let me know.
Paco's probably just hitting him with one of those, yo, I'm going to push in. Watch over.
Oh yeah,
bro,
that's
bro.
it. There it is.
He literally, it's just a Paco
Hagrid.
play. It's a Paco audible. Like, Paco sees a gap, and he's like, fuck it, I'm going to hit
Hey,
it.
hey, Pat, they're getting
audible,
rid of the
Paco, the
M8,
audible,
but the
the
M15
audible.
is doing this.
The audible.
This meta needs to be
All right. I don't even know what this guy's yapping about. Okay. I'm back. What's this nigga yapping about? All right, cool. Back to regularly scheduled programming. I was literally just watching like the first fucking minute of that. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. All right, guys, welcome back to this episode of the Borito Talk podcast. We're going to finish off this long bracket prediction. Gosh, we're already like an hour and a half in, and we're now getting to the meat and potatoes. We're getting to FaZe Falcons. I'm going to try to just like power through these map vetoes. I'm going to try my best. Because Falcons is a team that likes to map veto based on what the other team likes. And FaZe obviously has things that they don't like as well. I kind of just want to do like straight up, just like who do you got winning? I don't want to do map views for everything. This could literally be a 3-hour podcast, like literally 3 hours, no exaggeration. Do I want it to be 3 hours? That's the question. That is the question. Okay, so just based off FaZe's things. Would they play him on Blackheart? Probably not. Do they want to play him on Colossus? Probably not. This is a very scary match for FaZe because there's some maps they just don't want to play him at. This is not good. There's a lot of hard points here. I don't even know anymore. If you're Falcons, you're definitely going to ban exposure, so that kind of screws FaZe a little bit. Ooh. If you're FaZe, what map do you ban? Do you ban Blackheart even though you kind of feel a little bit confident on it? Or do you ban Colossus? You would have to ban Colossus, no? Or do you just square them up? They might square them up on that map. I would not be surprised. Because they're not going to pick Den forcefully, even though they probably should. This is going to be a very interesting series, I'm not going to lie. What map would Falcons pick? They actually might pick Blackheart. Or Scar. They could pick Scar. How many times have Falcons played Scar? I don't recall them playing Scar that much. Okay, they played it twice. They're 0-2 at Den. They're 0-3 at Exposure. They're not playing Exposure. We already went through that. They're 1-0 at Blackheart. They might play Blackheart. If FaZe picks Colossus, they're pretty much picking their favorite map. Either way, it's going to get in because FaZe is going to ban another map. Ooh, this is hard. If you're FaZe, what map do you ban? You have to ban Colossus, no? That's like their best map. Probably put them on Blackheart. Probably Blackheart and like Den. Because Exposure Colossus gone. It's a Den, Scar, and Blackheart. Falcons will probably pick Blackheart because they're 1-0 at it. They beat Paris on it. They probably think they're pretty confident at that map. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know. If you're FaZe, you're not going to pick Scar. You'll probably pick Den, no? This is very tough. This is a tough game for FaZe, actually. It's hard to take Falcons super serious after watching them go to the limit with C9. Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't really matter. I mean, like, the upset potential is like so fucking, it's like so there. I don't know. At least right now. As we get later into the year, I'm gonna be having like the Falcons getting OFR'd like every round, so it's like all good. It's like right now though, the upset potential's there. The upset potential's there right now. Am I on the Falcons? Okay, I'm on the Falcons. So Falcons play a lot of maps. That they play Raid. I think FaZe would probably ban the map against them because it's their best map. Why would you play them on their best map? And then if Falcons ban Den, so if you ban Den and Raid, you get Exposure, Colossus, Scar. And for some reason, FaZe, I think FaZe is also in the boat of people that don't like playing Exposure S&D. Or am I faded? They vetoed that map 6 times. What? Oh my god, this is not good. This is not looking good for FaZe. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually scared. I'm scared. I would hope they just absolutely like skill diff them, but I'm scared actually. As I'm putting together these map vetoes, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So FaZe ban Raid. and Falcons ban Den. It's Colossus, Exposure, Scar. Falcons are 2-0 on Scar, but why would you pick that? Because FaZe likes playing it. So, like, why would you even, like, give him that map? You'd want to play him on something else. There might be an Exposure in there. Might be an Exposure in there. Ooh, this is tough. Raiden, Den gone. Scar, Exposure, Colossus. Who's going to pick Colossus, like, just out of the blue? It'd probably be freaking Falcons, honestly. If you're FaZe, out of Exposure, Colossus, Scar. FaZe would probably pick Scar, though. Like, they probably just would. Just, like, would. And then if you're Falcons... Actually, no, I don't know why I picked Exposure. I was thinking Falcons going to pick Exposure, but they could pick Colossus as well. But... if you pick Exposure, FaZe hasn't played that map yet, so that makes a lot of sense. Then FaZe is the higher seed, I believe. Actually, no, I think the Falcons are number 2 seed, are they not? I think Falcons are number 2 seed. Oh, yeah. Okay, number 3, they're higher than FaZe. Okay. So they're probably going to ban... They're probably going to... they're going to get FaZe into a den, dude. They're going to get FaZe into a den. They're just going to ban Exposure on them. They're going to make them play a den. And then they're going to freaking run Haram Ball on him, though. Oh, my God. This is not good. Okay. I'm throwing a wrench. Okay, guys, I'm throwing a wrench. This sounds crazy. I'm going Falcons. This sounds so insane. This sounds so insane. I'm throwing a wrench. I never thought I'd be putting him there, but it just, like, adds up. I swear to God, it adds up. It adds up. How much confidence would a Luka give you for FaZe? Not that much confidence. I just feel there's a troll factor. I don't know. He gives you more kills, but then you lose a lot of comms with Draza, and you lose a lot of vibes as well. I think people are just looking at it from, like, a skill perspective, but if you just look at overall everything, it kind of feels a bit weird. It kind of feels a bit weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. It feels a bit weird to me. I just realized I think I forgot to turn on the rice cooker. 1 sec. I did forget to turn on the rice cooker. I knew it. You have a lot of faith in the Falcons. Look who shows up. A Gentle Scoob. Gentle Scoob with the 1-year badge. I have another surprise for you, buddy. But I will keep in touch in the DMs for sure. I got another surprise for you. Anyways. No. Okay. The map vetoes for the teams that Falcons are playing against is just... It's really sus right now. It's really sus right now. Like, I could actually see it happening. I need some upsets in my bracket. And FaZe is very susceptible to losing all the time. It's like their very like unique trait. After putting together these map vetoes, the hard points may change. Someone might get egoed into a Colossus, but even if they play a Colossus, it's still not looking good either way. Or a Scar. I mean, they could play Scar. I mean, like, they're not the best at that map. If you're FaZe, I would actually get a Scar in there. Yeah, if I'm FaZe, I wouldn't even pick Den. I'll pick Scar. Okay, so we got a Blackheart, Scar, Exposure, Scar, a Den. FaZe could lose Scar anytime in S&D. They haven't even played Exposure S&D. And the Falcons have. They're very, like, ratty at that map. Overload, Den. I mean, Falcons look like the better Overload team in Den. They just play Haram Ball. Can FaZe counter their Haram Ball? I'm tired of giving them pointers because they just ignore them. So I'm just not going to give any pointers on how to beat Falcons on that map. They got to figure that shit out. But I might be... I mean, there's just not enough time to even go through it, but... I was going to go through counters of how to beat Falcons low block, but I kind of don't want to do that because of the teams that they're playing. So I kind of just want the teams they're playing to just lose anyway. So I don't think FaZe loses to them, though. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, I'm just like throwing like a random bracket on here. I mean, we'll see. But I think Falcons might make the winners finals. And here's the match I have a hard time deciding. We might be getting a FaZe Optic down there in the losers. Can you imagine? FaZe Optic losers. It writes itself. It writes itself. That map's always, it's always good for one. Actually, no, I lied. They're playing KOI. I forgot it flips. Whoops, not yet. FaZe KOI. Okay, FaZe KOI. Lock in. FaZe KOI. Gentlemates against Thieves. Gentlemates against Thieves. They're going to be running it back again. Gentlemates against Thieves. Where do we start here? So, Gentlemates, obviously the higher seed. Probably going to pick Team A. What overload do they ban? I mean, LAT can't play anything. So they would probably just ban... I mean, LAT could play Exposure. Or, I mean, yeah... LAT play Exposure, so they probably ban Exposure and get him into a Scar or a Den. Honestly, if I'm Paris, and that sucks. If you're LAT, you gotta play if you gotta play a Den or a Scar. But Paris haven't played that map. But it's like, do you take the risk against LAT? I would probably take the risk against LAT because I don't think they played that fucking map either. Oh, they've actually played it one time and they won. Oh, they won 7-0. Yeah, they beat Carolina on it. They just won that map. Oh, interesting. That might put Paris in a little bit of a corner. Maybe they think LAT is good at that map now. Interesting. And then they don't want to play him on that map. Ooh, mates don't look as dominant no more. Yeah, you're right. At least not. I'm not trying to be a hater, but I think like Dante is not playing up to his potential right now. He's put up a lot of damage, but I don't know. I just be seeing him do some stuff, and I'm just, yeah, you know, I'm left to be desired. I'll just say that. I'm left to be desired. I'll just say that. No trio. The FaZe Optic matchup lost aura. I know. These will get ran by Gentlemates. LAT gets belt and hardpoint, and S&D will be close. I don't know about Overload. This is a Neslo series if I had a bet. A dirty Neslo. Overload. Okay, just because LAT... If that LAT Overload against Ravens does not happen, Paris bans Exposure and leaves LAT to pick between Den or Overload or Scar. And LAT probably just picks Scar. But now we're probably not going to see Scar because... Paris doesn't play, and they just saw LAT beat like the best Scar Overload team 7-0, so now they won't want to play Scar either, and they don't play it, so they're gonna have to play him on Exposure, which Paris doesn't have a problem with because I mean like they're not bad at the map, but yeah, it's probably gonna be Exposure Overload because LAT's not playing fucking Den. They have no idea how to play that map. Yeah, they have no idea how to play that map. As for S&Ds. God, what the hell has LAT been on lately? What has LAT been on? What map do they not like? I mean, Paris is really good at Raid, so they might not play him on Raid. I can tell you that. And Paris should ban Scar. Honestly, Paris should ban Scar. And play him on Den. I would play him on Den S&D, dude. Play him on Den S&D for sure. I'll play him on Den for sure. I would take Scar away from them. They're 3-0 on that map. I'm taking that map away from them if I'm Paris. I don't. Every team plays Scar, though. That's the annoying thing. Every team plays Scar. I already tell Paris has a lot of reps on that. No, they actually have no reps on it. Even better. That works. That actually works for me. Works for me. Works for my vetoes. Okay, so LET banned Raid. Paris banned Scar, which leaves a Den, Exposure, Colossus. If you're Gentle Mates, probably pick Exposure because you like that map. If you're LAT, you probably pick between Colossus and between Colossus and Den. I mean, probably have to pick Den, bro. You'd have to pick Den. Probably pick Den. If you're 0-1 in Colossus, Hardpoint's a little bit interesting because LAT have a lot of weak spots here. Okay, and Paris have a lot of high spots here. They're 5 and 6 in Hardpoint. LAT is 5 and 6 at Hardpoint. Wow. So if I'm Paris, their best map is Den, and I think they played him close on that map. But I think Paris actually gave him fucking belt to ass in that map. Am I faded? I swear they gave him belt to ass. I think they gave him belt to ass the whole series. But it's a different team. That was a month ago. This is a different LA Thieves team that actually knows how to play. They beat 250 to 116. I think it's a different LA Thieves team to like not play him on that map. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be a different team, and you pretty much give them like their only good map. I think LA2 would ban Exposure if I had to guess, because Paris has been running Worlds on that map. We might see a Scar in this series, actually. We might see a Scar Hardpoint. Now that I look at it. Who would pick it, though? Probably LAT, no? I feel like LAT might pick that map. Who knows what these teams are thinking? I'm not going to lie. Who knows what these teams are thinking? Okay, they're not going to pick Blackheart. They're not going to pick Colossus. Okay, I pretty much made my mind up on that. So between Den, Exposure, Scar, that makes my job easier. Den, Exposure, Scar. And if you're Paris, their only good map is Den. We might be seeing an Exposure, Scar. Actually, no. Actually, I just did the vetoes. Oh my god. LAT bans Exposure. LAT bans Exposure. Paris bans Den. Paris could play him on that map because they beat him by 100 points, but I mean, it's their only good hard point, and they're playing it way better now, so why'd you take the risk? And Paris has been playing it close to like Miami now, so they kind of have regressed on that map a fuck ton. So I'd see Den and Exposure out. And I would see LAT picking Scar because they're not picking Colossus or Blackheart. And I would think Paris picks Blackheart. But they could pick Colossus, honestly. They could actually pick Colossus because, like, they have some weaknesses there. So, based off of this, it would be Blackheart, Exposure. Wait, who did I say picks the S&D? Blackheart, Exposure. The S&Ds could go either way, okay? The S&Ds could go either way. They could pick the other map. If Raiden Scarban and his Den, Exposure, Colossus, no, they're not picking Colossus. No way. There's no way they're picking that map. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Scar, and then a Den. So Blackheart, Exposure, Scar, Den. Paris would probably take map number 1. They'd probably take map number 2. They probably could take map number... Yeah, this is Paris to win. I think it's the Paris win. If Joe chose Nasty over Jamie, that KOI would be so good. I know, bro. It was like right in front of them and no one thought about it. How did they not pick up Nasty? I'll never know. Why is my man's on Boston? I know. Why is he on there? I have no idea. LAT banning either Colossus or Blackheart. I don't... Okay, so... I forgot what map I just fucking said they ban. Okay, so Paris is going to ban Den. I think LAT is going to ban Exposure just because Paris is, like, extremely good. Or maybe they might chill him on that map, but I think Paris is just, like, it's, like, their best hardpoint map. They're running Worlds on that map, so it's like, why would you do that? But I mean, like, you don't want to play Blackheart or Colossus either. I mean, you're pretty much fucked. I don't know. Pretty much fucked either way. If they banned exposure, like, let's say they banned exposure. I mean, never mind. Like, they actually did ban exposure. Let's say they banned Blackheart. They play exposure anyway. Probably be a hard point that they take. So either way, Paris is winning. I think Paris might just actually walk to the grand finals, dude. I'm not going to do map vetoes for that. I actually might just move, like, the Gentlemates right to the finals. I'm not even kidding. I feel like Falcon's Fairy Tale might run out. I feel like it might run out there. I feel like it might run out. I'm actually just going to skip that and move them right there. Then we're going to get Thieves versus Optic again. Thieves against Optic once again. Oh my god. I can't even predict that fucking KY face series. My head's hurting. Actually trying to predict that one. Because, like, they're both, like, so meh right now. They're both so meh. So, who's the higher seed? Higher seed is Thieves? I think Thieves are the higher seed, yeah? I think Thieves are higher seed for sure. Oh no, Optic's ahead of them. Interesting. Okay, Optic's ahead. Which means Optic gets the overload ban because most people pick Team A, so they get the overload ban. And they would ban Scar. They'd ban Scar. So we're going to get another Expo. Because LAT is not going to play Den. Or maybe they might, but I don't think they're going to play against Optic. There's no way. I can't imagine that even happening in any fucking realm of the world. And then Optic likes Raid. I think LAT knows that. They're going to ban Raid. Optic's going to ban... I mean, LAT doesn't even have any bread about... They actually might ban Scar. They might ban Scar and Raid. Definitely going to get a Den in there. And a Den and Colossus? That sounds terrible. I don't think any teams want that. A Den and Colossus because no one wants to play Exposure? If LAT could pick Exposure and just know that Optic's not going to pick Colossus and then they just play a Den, and that could work for LAT. But I'm not sure if they even have... I'm not sure how much brain cells they have for that, but... They could not pick Colossus, because I don't think Optic's willingly going to pick Colossus SND. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that would happen. So they could actually 4D chess them in the vetoes and just not pick Colossus and just pick the other map, Exposure, which Optic's not going to pick. And Optic's going to have to choose between Colossus and fucking Den. Of course they're going to pick Den, you know? Like, why would they pick Colossus over Den? So they just pick Den. And then LAT gets 2 S&Ds that they want. The only caveat to this is who picks the map first. I think that'd be LAT. Yeah, if LAT is the lower seed, they'd pick the S&D first. Okay, yeah, they'd pick the S&D first. So that actually works out. That works. That checks. As for Hardpoint, LAT, I just went over like their vetoes, but it's like I forgot everything. They actually might play Exposure again. Would not be surprised if they played that last time. So let me go on their map vetoes for the last time against Optic, because it was pretty recent too. Pretty freaking recent. All right. So Optic, LAT, Blackheart. I forgot Optic disbands Blackheart. Oh my god, that just slipped my mind again. That just slipped my mind. Okay. Blackheart's gone. Duh. Of course. You know? Blackheart's gone. LAT, would they ban Den this time? Because they are getting better at it. But, I mean, it would be Optic's only other good map, honestly. If you ban Exposure, you could ban Exposure and play him on Den. That might happen. I'm actually going to write that one down. They're probably going to play Den. If I'm LAT, they're probably going to switch it up. I would assume they're smarter. I'm going to give LAT like the benefit of doubt. Like, these are my map vetoes thinking teams are smart, okay? Why play Optic on Exposure again when you can play him on Den? LAT looks way better at that map now. But who knows? Like, they could just troll it. Honestly, they could troll and just play Optic on Den. Or they might ban Den. Whoops. C9 Surge Boston blow it up. I think Cloud9, Surge, and Boston should all be looking at Johnny and Standy. If I'm Surge, okay, if I'm the Surge general manager, I'm keeping Gwyn and Abe. I'm dropping the other two. TJ's only there for a check. No offense. I understand disrespectfully. He's just there for a check. And Lunars is Lunars. Okay? He's in the top 4 lowest OBJ per 10. And he is not even averaging above like a 0.95. Like, just absolutely do nothing. I'm keeping Gwyn and Abe. And you could get like a Johnny and a Diamond Con. You could bring in a duo from Next Threat that already has chemistry. There's so many things you could fucking do. Honestly. If I'm Miami and I get Olfard, if Johnny speaks Spanish, pick up Johnny. Like, that Miami team needs someone who could get some fucking kills. They've needed someone that could get kills for years. For years they've needed a Slayer, like an actual Slayer. They've never had one. Johnny is like walking positive in every single game mode. He is literally over 100 Slayer rating. Like, he's frying. Like, pick up Johnny. If you're Cloud9, Surge, or Boston, pick up Johnny, bro. Honestly, if you're Boston, it's more about fucking like replacing the ARs. You gotta replace Cammy. And also, if Purge actually does bad again, I'd replace Purge too. But like, you can't get Afro this time. So, that's interesting. We all know Boston isn't making a change. Yeah, I know. Like, that's the unfortunate thing. I mean, I could talk and be hopeful, but they're just not gonna do that. Just got back. Does that shit say Falcons in the winners final? Yeah, man, it does. It really does, man. FaZe looks the cleanest so far. Yeah, but we'll see. Yes, Falcons got 3 world champs, multiple event wins. It's the Falcons, baby. Optic should be playing Colossus every mode they get a chance if they're going to be set on their subs not pulling out another AR. That is true. LAT ain't dropping Kenny, so that means Neem is free to join Breach. Would he join Breach? That was the question. And would Breach drop Cammy is also another question, because I think they're all in like a team house. So if they drop Cammy, that's the thing. I think everyone on Boston's so scared to make a change because of like the fucking friendship cheese and the fact they're all in the exact same house. So you actually drop someone in the exact same house as you, like, that's actually kind of fried. And it's like, where's Kemby gonna go? He's literally gonna have to go back to the EU. Or actually, I don't know, or he just hangs out, I don't know. Problem is, Colossus S&D is extremely one-dimensional. There's hardly any plays / flanks to be made. Nerf shots see badly, probably why Optic doesn't play it. And because the map's just terrible, but yeah, that's pretty much why it's terrible. 100%. Surge needs to get pro loot. If Mercs said he deserves a shot, he deserves it. Shots, you better learn how to head bash. Hey, I said that shit before Merc, by the way. I said that shit before Merc. And never forget that. So Optic bans Blackheart. Get Blackheart out of here. LAT's ban could go either way. Honestly, could go any way. LAT is probably not going to ban Colossus because Optic doesn't really like playing it anyway. They're 1-0. Who they beat on that? That must have been early. Who even cares? I would be flabbergasted to play that map. Honestly, I'd be flabbergasted, but they're probably not going to. So I'm going to just rule these two out. Exposure, Den, Scar. We're definitely going to be seeing a Den in there. I really feel like a Den's going to be in there. I don't know if that's just me. I feel like LAT might ban Exposure, though. If they ban Exposure and Colossus is not there, it's literally just Scar and Den. If Optic gets Den, LAT gets Expo, Scar, and Den. A Den, Expo, Scar, Den. I may have messed up the hard points, though, because, like, I don't know what the hell LAT is going to ban. I already know what I'm going to ban. I just don't know what LAT is going to ban. If I knew what LAT was going to ban, it would be a lot easier, but they could go either way. They can honestly ban Colossus or Exposure. I don't know which one. They're going to ban either or. They're going to ban either Colossus or Exposure, and that'll open up everything. If Expo gets banned, then Optic is going to pick Den, but if they ban Colossus, Optic might pick Exposure, which just leaves LET to pick Den. So, interesting. All right, so a Den, Expo, Scar, Den. Den, Expo, Scarred Den. I kind of need Optic. I kind of need Optic to lose. It's starting to get a little bit too close right now. It's starting to get a little bit too close. I genuinely hate Scar. I genuinely agree with you. Shotzi better learn how to head bash. Yeah, buddy. Like, we'll see about that one. This is hard. A Den, Expo, Scar, Den. I feel like map number 1, LAT might take that. If Optic's playing sloppy. An Exposure, S&D. I don't even think Exposure's going to be in there because literally both teams don't play it, but I'm just going to assume because they're not going to play Colossus. So they have to play Exposure and Den. That one's just going to be interesting because literally no teams play that, and now they're going to be forced to be playing it, so it's very interesting, actually. It's going to be very interesting to see. I have watched Optic play that map before. It was a little bit interesting. I feel like LAT might take this. This map set has Thieves all over. I'm going to go Thieves. I'm thinking Thieves. Not really on some hater shit, but I'm thinking Thieves. Elimination round 4. I like Scar HP. We need more maps where rotating the money hills actually matters, and if you get broke, you get punished. Unlike Colossus Blackheart at times where you're back in the fight in 5 seconds. Scar is good for hardpoint. It's not good for the other shit. I would keep it in for hardpoint, but the other 2 game modes, it's not good. The other 2 game modes is not good. So KOI phase. Okay, actually, I might as well just move fucking Falcons down because I already did that one. So Falcons gonna be in the elimination. I don't even know how fucking Falcons made it this far. I actually can't even tell you. This might change. This could change. Okay, this could change. Like, let's say Falcons lose to Optic and they go play Cloud9. They're probably gonna beat Cloud9, and then against Breach, they might beat Breach and they might go out like right here. If Falcons lose to Optic and it's Optic phase or Optic G2, I think Falcons is going to go out like round 3 anyway. They're either going to be here or they're going to be there. Elimination finals or elimination round 3. Quote me on that. Either Elim round 3 or elimination finals. KOI against FaZe. Oh, man. I'm going to do the map views for this one. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it real quick. I'm not really a master of FaZe's map vetoes right now. Falcons not beating FaZe. Let's not get delusional. I'm not sure if you know what FaZe Vegas is capable of. COD should be able to make maps like that without making the map a 4AR map. I know, it's ridiculous. I like it for Overload too because you can't park the bus. If you're saying you like Scar Overload, I don't know, man. You might need to get checked out, brother. I don't know if I agree with that one. That map is not good for Overload at all. It is actually pretty terrible, I'd actually say. So if KOI does not play Blackheart, they're not going to play Blackheart. Cool. If you're FaZe, I would probably ban. I mean, fuck, FaZe might score them Colossus because they beat them on it. FaZe like the one team to beat them on it. So if you're FaZe, you probably ban Den. So Blackheart and Den are gone. Which leaves Exposure, Colossus, and Scar. If we're going to see a Colossus in here, I feel like someone's going to pick Colossus. And then it comes between Exposure and Scar. Exposure and Scar. Who's picking that? Who's actually picking that? Who is actually picking that? And also, shout out to Easy Mac for even having this website. The fact that Call of Duty League website doesn't even have information like this is ridiculous. But a website where you can just see all the map vetoes is literally insane. So, great job to everyone who actually puts this together. This is like T1 information. T1 information. T1 information. Absolute fucking W. So, KOI likes Scar. I forgot they actually do like that map. Holy shit. Okay. Fuck. FaZe might be fucked here. Scar. A Colossus Scar for S&Ds. KOI doesn't like Exposure. FaZe is happy with that. They don't like it either. If you're FaZe, what's the other map KOI plays? It's fucking Den. I think it's Den. Yeah, it's a Den. They just played Den. Look at their S&D record, dude. Their only S&D wins are on freaking Den. They haven't won any other map. They're 0-1 on Colossus. They're 0-4 on Scar. Oh my god. Fuck, FaZe might be licking their lips at that one. They're licking their lips. So if Exposure gets banned and FaZe bans Den, we're going to get a Scar, which they're 0-4. If FaZe is probably going to be, oh, we're going to beat him, and then they're going to lose. And then a Colossus or a Raid. Who's picking that map? Who gets the first S&D pick? So FaZe higher seed, which means KOI would get the first S&D. So if Den's out, Exposure's out, Scar's out because he just picked it. It's between Colossus and Raid. They haven't even played Raid yet, so fucking Colossus? Really? Colossus? Fuck, double Colossus? Man, people are AIDS. People are actually AIDS. And then if you're FaZe, FaZe might square up on them in Exposure, I swear. They might square up on them in Exposure. They're probably going to ban Den, to be honest. If I'm FaZe, I'm banning Den. If you're FaZe, you kind of have to ban Den, no? It could be KOI's best map. They pretty much are like even in like their exposures, honestly. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I don't think KOI's played it for fucking Overload on that map either. Am I faded? KOI hasn't played on Scar. Okay, they're 0-1. So both teams are ass at Scar. And they both really like Exposure. But KOI also likes Den. So if you're FaZe, you might just ban Scar just to make sure you don't play it. And then you might have to eat a Den or an Exposure. You might just have to eat it. And KOI would pick Den over Exposure because FaZe is pretty good at that map. Unless FaZe plays the 4D chess, okay? FaZe could play 4D chess and pray. Fingers crossed, okay? If you're FaZe Vegas, you're praying. You play 4D chess. You ban Den Overload and leave Scar open to be picked. But you know KOI is not going to pick that map, so they pick Exposure. That's the only possibility. Does FaZe have the chutzpah to try that out? Do they want to test KOI's gangster? Is KOI just going to torch and be like, everyone's playing fucking Scar. We're just going to play Scar. We're all going to play it together. We're all going to fucking suffer together. I'm pretty sure FaZe might be... I don't know. I don't like giving FaZe that much credit. Honestly, they might be dumb, dude. They might be dumb with that. They might be dumb with that. I've seen some... This is an all-timer stage. This Major 1 qualifiers has been the all-time stage for worst map beaters I've ever seen. Overall, from every team put together as a percentage. Overall. It's just been terrible. Replace Scar Overlord with Nuketown. Let's see how bad it can really get. I think they should just play Utopia, even though I don't really like that map for Overload. They actually might play Fringe for Overload. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why they took away Raid. Raid was not bad for Overload. They literally should have just kept that map in there. It was not great, but it was definitely better than fucking Scar. I'd agree if they did some about Park the Bus in general, but you can't exploit it on Scar. So, double Colossus. Oh my god, this is AIDS. This map set is actual AIDS, by the way. Just pointing that out. So we're gonna get a Colossus, and then who's pick for S&D? Whose pick was that? Yeah, but if KOI gets the first pick, though, if KOI gets the first pick, they might pick another map. I was kind of like putting it. Ooh. So if Raid and Den, they're not picking exposure, so it's literally Scar and Colossus. I think KOI actually might pick Scar, and then FaZe might pick Colossus. I actually feel like that might happen. So it might just be like reverse order if they're actually picking in order like that. So Scar, a fucking Colossus last map is actual AIDS. If I was playing a Colossus for my life on the line at Attorney, I would actually kill myself. Colossus, Scar, Expo, Scar, Colossus. Colossus, Scar, Expo, Scar, Colossus. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna upload this episode like the fucking Spotify, Apple Podcast. I just be thinking too much. This is only gonna go to YouTube for sure. Nah, park the motherfucking bus, baby. Ultimate checkout for the other team. Map beetles are fine. It's stage 1. Yeah, but there's teams that are obviously bad at stuff, or knowing the other teams are really good at stuff and they allow it in. I don't know. I actually don't fucking feel that's an excuse. So Scar, Expo. That Expo, if KOI and FaZe play Expo, that might light the world on fire. That might be an all-timer map. This kind of looks like KOI. Am I faded? Maybe I just have like no fucking faith in FaZe. I actually might just not have any faith in FaZe. I swear. I mean, let's take a look at their last game here. Let's take a look at their last game over here as we load this up. If I even actually clicked it. I just clicked it now. So they played exposures of 5-4. I forgot Liddy KO had a big lead on that too. They played a Den, FaZe 1 6-5, the Scar 6-4, Colossus 250 to 72. Interesting. 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 If you're KOI, Blackheart, Band, and Den Ban. I mean, they could play exposure. They could easily play exposure. That's not out of the question to play again. But I think KOI knows that they're way better at Scar than FaZe, and FaZe got better at exposure hardpoint, so why did you play them on that? So it's 3-0, 3-1 at best for FaZe. Really, KOR are not that good at S&D. I feel like you're overcomplicating it. I actually might. Maps on this game suck. Den is just above all the others. Yeah, and it's barely above all the others too. So it's just like, honestly, terrible game. KOI isn't that good at the moment. Yeah, but like, you have to remember two things, okay? A KOI is in Toronto. Everyone's in Dallas, okay? So take that into account. Like, they're not playing on quote-unquote land like everyone else is, and you see Real complaining about connection all the time. As a Canadian, I know how it could be like over there. You know, I know that ping could be really... And I know they're not playing good right now, but it's like... I don't know. Anything could happen at the major. They're playing Carolina Royal Ravens, you know? Like, they're definitely going to make it by that. That Heretics game is close. I could go either way, honestly, but I have them over that. Carolina Royal Ravens could easily beat them, but I have KOI over them, too. I could honestly have put KOI in there, bro. I think KOI could actually do some shit. Everything could click at the major, man. I know they've only won one of the S&Ds, but like take a look at the S&Ds in this series. Scar and Colossus, like the least amount of skill like required on those maps. Like Scar and Colossus is the worst S&D combo ever, and that's probably what they're gonna play. It's probably what they're gonna play. They're 0-4 on Scar. I actually kind of feel that's actually kind of unfair, but yeah. I mean, fuck, should I go FaZe? I'll go FaZe, whatever. Ain't no way Shafal's influencing me like this. Ain't no way Shafal's influencing me like this. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he just kind of influenced me. Ain't no way. Ain't no way Shafal just did that to me. I think Shafal actually just convinced me. I just took a look at the maps and I'm like, FaZe could beat him at Colossus. They could beat him at Scar. They could probably beat him at Expo if they run that back. And KOI is definitely better at Scar Hardpoint, but I mean, FaZe could win that. You know, FaZe could win every single map, you know? It's inside on LAN. I feel like you haven't much trauma from... I feel like you have much trauma from FaZe disappointing you over the years, so you're doubting them. I'm just always going to doubt them. Always going to doubt them. GG's go next. Fuck. FaZe against Thieves, elimination round 4 for a chance to face the Falcons. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Just knowing that the winner's going to play fuck Falcons, that's a free lick. Ain't no way Thieves are going to make it this far. Man, this is competition cheese, man. This is competition cheese. I swear this is competition cheese. This is competition cheese. The competition is so low, LAT's somehow going to make it this far. That is competition cheese right there. Okay, so they played LAT in like the very first game. Like that honestly doesn't count. That was like 2 months ago. That actually doesn't even count. That actually does not count. They 3-0'd their shit too. Oh, I remember. That was a fucking series, bro. I forgot it was a BZ and him going fucking band for band. I forgot. And I just closed like the GG Breaking Point website, but I'm not going to need it for this one though. All right, Matt beat us for this. I'm losing my voice. I need to hurry up. Need to hurry up and get to the grand finals here. So FaZe has the higher seed. They're going to ban Scar. Oh my god, shocker. They're going to play Den because LAT is not going to play Exposure. Shock, shock, shock. S&D. LAT. LAT. They might play Scar. Actually, if you're FaZe, that's the only map that LAT could play right now. Well, why'd you play him on that map? I would just ban it. And the thing about FaZe is like they have no problem playing Colossus. FaZe got no problem playing that dog shit map. So, and LAT does not really want to play it. So it's like, why would you play a team who like actually like embraces that map? You know, you just like never do it. You just never do it. So, oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm like swallowing. Pause. Exposure's gonna get banned. If you're FaZe, I'll just ban Scar, dude. It's the only map they can play. It's the only map they can play for real. I'll just play him on fucking Den. If I'm FaZe. They actually might play Den for sure. Yeah, let's put fucking Den in there. If they ban Raid, they actually might ban Raid. They could ban Raid against FaZe, but FaZe isn't like great at Raid right now. I don't even know about these S&D videos. Hold on, I have to lock in. I'm gonna lock in right now. FaZe is 3-0 at S&D on Colossus, by the way. So take for that what you will. That actually might be an LAT ban. You know what? That might be an LAT ban. Yep. LAT might ban Colossus S&D. And FaZe would why would FaZe ban Exposure though? Because it's like neither team play that map. They might just leave it. If Colossus is gone and FaZe bans Are they gonna ban Scar? They'd fucking ban Scar, dude. It's like their only map, dude. And you're good enough to play him at Den for sure. So we might get a square up on Den, I would assume, which leaves Exposure or Raid. Probably pick Raid. Because, like, literally teams don't play. I don't even know. This is interesting. I actually don't even know. I'm fucking brain farted. They look better on Exposure Scar. Hard point. FaZe auto ban. LAT. If you're FaZe, what do you ban against LAT now? What the hell's LAT's best map? Like, let me see. What's LAT's best hardpoint map? They're 3-2 on Den. Okay, it has to be Den. Has to be Den. Okay, so you ban Den. If you're LAT, you probably ban Colossus, no? You either choose between Colossus or Blackheart. You probably got to play either or, which is tough. They probably ban Colossus. So we're going to get a Blackheart. I think FaZe is going to pick that map. And then probably be Exposure. Probably get another Expo. Actually, if you're LAT, you actually pick Scar. You could pick Scar. I forgot they could pick Scar. Pick Scar. Interesting. That's a little bit interesting. I actually feel like my brain is just like jumbled now. I actually can't even think anymore. I actually feel like I've just been doing map videos and my brain is just fucking collapsed on me. Okay, Colossus banned. Okay, lock in. I'm almost done. Colossus banned. LAT don't want to play that. FaZe ban Den. Exposure Blackheart Scar. FaZe picks Blackheart. LAT chooses between Scar and Exposure. They would pick Scar. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. I don't know about the S&Ds though. Like the S&D might be a little bit tricky. I'm not gonna lie. Might be a little bit tricky. I think I got the hardpoint and the overloads down. I think I got that down. So Blackheart. Who picked the Den? I think that was LAT. Yeah, it's an LAT pick. And then Den. And then Scar. And then Raid. I don't know about the Raid pick. I don't know about that. I know Den for sure. I don't know about Raid. I'm pretty much confident in all four maps, like except for Raid. Blackheart, you would probably think FaZe takes that, but I mean, you just never know. This looks like a FaZe kind of. This kind of looks like a FaZe. Like the 3 and then like the 5. That kind of looks like a FaZe. But the thing is, 04 and Abuza have been crumbling against LAT since like the beginning of time. They've just been crumbling against this fucking team. So that's interesting. That's interesting. What do you guys think? Not gonna lie, this Merc first major one, he might win off the strength of that. He could. I'm actually gonna pick FaZe. I'm gonna pick FaZe. I don't know how whenever I do brackets, I always have fucking FaZe in the finals. Like I actually don't know what happens. I actually wanted them out before, but Shafal convinced me for some reason. Shafal convinced me. So Falcons against FaZe in the rematch. I think in the rematch, FaZe, if they get a big win against Thieves, they're going to have momentum. Okay, I'm going to try to speed this up now. I'm just going to do the map deals for the finals. Like, we're going to get a Gentlemates FaZe finals. Oh, my God. I actually don't think that's going to happen, but that's the bracket I just somehow ended up with. I actually don't think that's happening at all. I'm not going to lie. I actually don't think that's happening at all. Beat them at champs in EWC. Okay, let's do the map deals for this grand finals. I've been on this shit too long. Okay, this bracket's actually terrible. I'm not gonna lie. That will change as the season goes on. Honestly, every bracket's terrible, to be honest. Every bracket is fucking terrible because it's just there's always upsets. So every bracket's always wrong. I don't think I've ever had a bracket that's like 50% right, except for like Optic at Champs last year. Okay. So for grand finals, I forgot what the rule for the grand finals was. Oh my god, I'm going to have to find that again. I think FaZe will get 2 bans though, which makes no sense. Could somebody remind me? Actually, I could easily go check. I'm so dumb. I could actually go check. Let me just go on LAT. I'm already on LAT. Okay. Let's go on LAT major like 2. Or major 4. Okay, we're going to go on an LAT Vancouver major 3 tournament. So Vancouver still get a hard point and a S&D ban. But LAT get the control ban. Okay, so it's pretty much the exact same thing. But why does Vancouver get to pick the control? That's so dumb. Okay. Alright. So FaZe against Paris. Grand finals. Major 1. Lock in. No Optic. It's a beautiful thing. If you're FaZe, I mean, fucking Paris is good at everything, dude. This is tough. Paris is pretty good at everything. I think FaZe might be fucked here. I think FaZe is going to be fucked, but I'm literally going to do the map vetoes. I think FaZe is going to be fucked. I think FaZe is going to be royally fucked. I could be wrong here. I could be wrong, bro. I don't know. Dante kind of gets nervous whenever he plays against, like, the Tiny Terrors. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So, I mean, they're just good at every map. I'm just, like, looking at their thing. They're, like, 10-2. Their only iffy map is Scar Hardpoint and Blackheart. But they could easily get rid of Blackheart easily. So, it's like, we're going to be seeing a Colossus Hardpoint in here, though. So bans. Okay, let's ban stuff now. And now since we're on the final thing, I could actually just take maps off. So Paris. They get the overload ban. And they don't play Scar. So Scar's off the map. Then for S&D. Okay, so that means I gotta put control. Okay. I'm actually gonna do this in order too. So that means FaZe would pick. For some reason, FaZe got to pick the control, which is fucking insane. But it would be an exposure, which means Den would be like map number 6. Is it best of 7? Am I faded? Yeah, it is a best of 7. Okay, it's a best of 7. Okay, I'm not faded. That will change as the season. Wait, that will change as the season goes on. We are poverty. Wait, what? Who's poverty? What the hell? Okay. Exposure, Den are the controls. If you're FaZe for S&D, what the fuck do you ban, dude? This Paris team's pretty good, man. You probably ban exposure, honestly. Probably ban exposure. Get exposure out. And then Gentlemates also get a ban as well. They would probably ban Scar. That seems to be FaZe's best map. Their own one on Den, really? Colossus. They play Colossus and fuck Dante gets a snipe on that. That one's definitely going to be in there. I already know Colossus is going to be in there. They played Raid, they're 1-1 on it. That map might be in there as well. I still know between Scar and Den. Scar and Den. Okay, it all depends on FaZe's record. What's FaZe's record? Scar and Den. So they're 2-0 on. They're 2-0 on Den, 2-1 on Scar. I think Den might be gone. I think Den might be gone there. But FaZe's not really good at that map. I don't know. They actually might not play it. Okay, so who picks what? So Paris probably gonna pick Colossus. I don't think they'd pick Colossus out of those maps. They'd definitely picking Colossus, which means that's gonna be like map number 5. Really? Colossus. Map number 5. Map number 4 would be phases hard point. So now I gotta do hard point vetoes. Hard point. If you're phase. God. If you're phase, you're bad at den and they're good at den. Take that one out. Take den out. If you're Paris, they're pretty good at Colossus. Phase pretty good Colossus, but you're good at it too. They're good at Blackheart. You might take Blackheart. Paris might play him on that map. I'm not gonna lie. That could be a map. Paris. What would you ban? Paris would ban what? God, this is like the final thing. I'm sweating, bro. Everyone's watching. I have to fucking pick. Oh my god, I'm sweating. You're Paris. Do you ban Blackheart because you're 0-1 at it? But like Paris is pretty good at that map, no? Like, why'd you ban that? Yeah, but if you don't, then fuck FaZe is gonna pick it. If you're FaZe might ban exposure, actually. Like, they might ban exposure, but they're 2-2 on it. So they have a little bit better, but they haven't won a den yet. FaZe haven't won a den yet. They're 0-2 on it. So why'd you play it? Yeah, they're definitely going to ban den. If you're Paris, you want to keep Scar in, so I'm going to leave Scar. They definitely want to keep exposure in. They're not going to ban that. It's between Colossus and Blackheart. They'd probably take out Blackheart and make FaZe pick Colossus exposure, Scar. FaZe would probably pick Colossus at all those maps. I'm not going to lie. They would definitely pick that. Now I think about it, they would definitely not leave that one in there. For sure. So Colossus hardpoint. Actually, that's first map. No. Paris would get the first pick. So Paris would pick... Paris would probably pick Scar. Scar or exposure. I mean, like, they're really good at exposure, but FaZe is like decent at it. This is interesting. I can't believe there's only 2 hardpoints out of fucking best of 7, by the way. I can't believe there's only 2 hardpoints. That's actually ridiculous. I'm actually floored by that every single time. I feel like there should only be like 2 S&Ds. I feel like there should be like 2 S&Ds, 2 controls, and 3 hardpoints. Am I faded? I feel like there should be 3 hardpoints in every fucking best of 7, not 2. It's just like a super duper fucking Neslo. That's the case. Okay, they'd probably pick Scar. I would assume they pick Scar because FaZe is not that great at that map. And then FaZe gets the S&D pick. Colossus, Raid, or Scar. They really like Scar. I could tell you that. They really like Scar, but Gentlemates is not that good at Raid, though. Gentlemate's not that good at Raid, so, like, why'd you not play him at Raid? But they probably pick Scar, dude. They're just dumb, dude. Damn, might pick Scar, dude. Just gonna be playing Scar till the end of time. Can't wait till the map's gone. So Scar exposure. And Colossus is map number 4. Wait, the exposure pick is phases. Yeah. So they pick Scar, they pick exposure, and they pick Colossus. Okay, that's phase 2, 3, 4. And then Gentlemates get pick number 5. They would pick Colossus over Raid for sure. And then map number 6 is a auto control, so that's Den. And then map number 7 is an auto S&D, right? Map number 7 is an auto S&D. Like, they have a lot of autos in like these. They have a lot of autos in these best of 7s. Hold on. I know they have a lot of autos. It's actually fucking weird. Like, why did they not let the last team pick that map though? That's weird to me. Yeah, it actually is a default S&D. It actually is. I mean, it would have to be. I mean, it had to be fucking Raid anyway. Duh. I'm literally fucking dumb. It's literally the only map there. I'm actually so dumb. I'm so dumb. Yeah, hardpoint S&D overload. I should actually highlight that. So HP S&D overload HP S&D control S&D 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. There you go. So a scar exposure colossus then raid. Yeah, this is a gentlemate's win. This is a fucking gentlemate's win. Am I faded? This is a gentlemate's win. Actually, you know what though? You know what? The more I think about this grand finale, this gentlemate's phase grand finals, the more I think about this, okay? Scar hardpoint. Let's do this in order. A gentlemate's win, okay? I'm actually going to do this in order, and we'll just see what I end up with, because I don't care who wins. A gentlemate's take map 1. The S&D, a little bit questionable. I think FaZe might take that. Overload exposure. Very interesting map. That could go. That one is very interesting. That one could go either way. I don't know which way that one will go, but I have to decide. All right, I'm gonna go FaZe. I think FaZe might take exposure overload. Then Colossus. Like, the gentlemates aren't that good at that map. The gentlemates aren't that good at that map. There's no way I do another fucking FaZe bracket and they win. There's no way. I actually had them fucking losing earlier, but I mean, there's like not many options for people that could actually win. And then like the Colossus S&D, dude. Oh my god, this is a FaZe win. Am I cooked? I could see gentlemates have that control though, but it's like, are they gonna make it there? This could go map number 7. A raid S&D. This could actually be insane. A raid S&D. Who would take that? I actually think the mates would take that if it went there. The mates would have to win a Colossus S&D with Dante sniping. Huh. With Dante sniping, would they win a Colossus S&D? That's the question. Is this gonna go the distance? I'm going to... Dude, this is a FaZe win. Oh my god. I can't even believe this. I can't believe I'm actually writing this. This looks like a FaZe win. Okay, I'm just gonna like write this out, but it's like, I think the mates win this map, and I think the mates win this map. But I think FaZe might win like the first 4 to get... Actually, I mean, I guess they just fucking actually win all of them. I mean, it's fucking 4. But... Dude, no way it's a FaZe win. Ain't no way. Well, I can see it happening. I mean, I'll be eating fucking dog shit. So I was like, oh man, fuck, FaZe's not that good, and then they win. Either way, I lose. Like, no matter who win, Paris is the only team that could actually win, and I don't need anything, you know. Or unless fuck KOI wins. It'd have to be like KOI or Paris to win. Like, otherwise, I'm eating some sort of fucking dog shit. Okay. All right, guys. For some reason, I have FaZe winning the major if it goes this way. Chances are this bracket will not look this way, and my predictions for every match on Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to change depending who wins and loses. So I'll be going off of those predictions, but this was just a fun little bracket to do. And yeah, that's my bracket. That's my bracket. That's not only the end of my bracket, but it's the end of the stream. I need to go eat. I need to go eat. Yeah, I need to go eat. Let's emphasize eat. I need to go eat. Work, and I will be live doing Optic VOD. I'm hanging out with the gal tomorrow, so we'll see what time. If not, I mean, I'll fucking do it all on Wednesdays, so we'll see. Either catch me around the exact same time or I'll be live on Wednesday. There goes high, man. I don't know how I end up with FaZe. I swear I just need to stop doing these bracket predictions because I swear I just somehow end up with FaZe there. I had them out at the KOI round and then Shafal convinced me. It's almost like it was the universe telling me. I had KOI against Thieves. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my actual bracket. I had KOI beating FaZe. I had Thieves beating KOI. Wait, hold on. Thieves beating KOI, there's no way. Hold on. Thieves beating KOI. I don't think I had that. Hold on. Let me go to their last match real quick. Oh, they pitted Den. I mean, if you're LAT, I mean, okay. I had LAT going to the finals, and I had Paris beating them. So I had Paris winning the major. So bookmark that. I have Paris winning if they play anyone that's not FaZe. Fucking FaZe will super duper fucking supreme Nezzle them if they face them. Do not play FaZe in the grand finals. Paris will beat every other team, but they will get Nezzle by FaZe if they play them in the finals. That's my prediction. I have Paris winning Major 1 if they don't play FaZe in the finals. End of story. Any team with Simp sounds fucking good at winning a bet. Is it a hot take to say that the analyst test is useless and really doesn't add much? I would say it's a hot take. I'm not sure if you ever actually hear their pre-show stuff, but they actually do say a lot of insightful things. I don't know if that's just me. But yeah. Yeah, guys. Anyway. FaZe best Nestle team all around. Yeah, guys. But I'm going to end the stream there. I appreciate you guys for your interaction. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love the interaction. I could yap all day. 3 hours just flew by. Wow. I was 2 hour stream. No, 3 hour stream because yapping's just always there. I'll be live guaranteed Wednesday going over optic stuff, and that one will be earlier, not later. And Tuesday we'll see. Depends how long I am out. I may be out or I may not be out. If I'm not out, I'll be live. If not, I'll be live on Wednesday, or I'll be live super duper late. But yeah, see you guys guaranteed Wednesday going over optic VOD, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday live for the Major 1 tourney. I'll be late on Thursday, Friday because obviously I have a job, so I will be a little bit late, but there will be post-game shows on every single day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be going over everything. I wish I was in Dallas, but I can't be. Yeah, but have a person fucking moving out and shit. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been the #1 CDL ESPN analyst / content creator in the world. And it's time for the Burrito Takeover. Let's get it. Peace out. Peace. I'm playing you guys out. Wait. Wrong song. Whoops, bad production. Wrong song. No. Whoa. Just realized that was the wrong song. I'm actually mad. I'm actually so mad. Wrong song. My bad. I'm gonna get this right. I'm playing you guys out. I'm playing you guys out with this song. Wait, should I play out with this? I don't know, man. I'm so indecisive. So indecisive. You know what? I'm gonna do. What song should I do, man? What song should I do? I got options here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do this one. All right. Peace. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
It's pretty